Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
BoxingVoice.com. All the guys want. I want what Mayweather got. I want what Mayweather got. You done bust your ass like Mayweather. I was trying to fight every fighter. I sacrificed a lot
Productions
to get to where I got to.
What do you bring to the table?
Let's get this on. Let's do it.
Well, it's like this. Wait.
All right, that's it. Hold on. Bernard, everybody calm down.
Man, you know how these bitches is in the sport. Total disrespect. Kid has no class, no style at all. I sacrificed a lot. BoxingVoice.com to get to where I got to. BoxingVoice.com.
Good morning, TBV, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for another episode of the Morning After Thoughts, where the morning after we give our motherfucking thoughts. Hopefully you guys watched the fight a second time so that your reaction isn't an immediate one and instead a calculated one. You went back and watched the fight again just to make sure that you're given fair criticism. But let's go to the tape.
Gervonta, any response to Bud Crawford's already hated on you on Twitter? He said that you should stay away from Devin Haney and Lomachenko.
The guy that I fought tonight, that's the same person that hurt him.
Yeah.
And he was getting touched up his last fight.
There you go. Yeah. On a good note, congratulations, man. Hope to see you.
Well. The guy that I fought tonight is the same guy that hurt him. I thought I was saying that around here for some years now. But I also said around here that, to be honest, I was expecting Gamboa to be out of there sooner. I really expected Tank to do a number on him a little bit earlier. I'm glad I went back and watched the fight, only to find out that it still unclear if whether or not Gamboa had an injury to the foot or it was a sneaker malfunction. They were saying in the corner that the foot was coming out of the bottom half of the shoe. But I'm also hearing that he broke his ankle, according to a Spanish reporter. So I don't know. But I guess the news of the day is Terence Crawford taken to social media and basically telling Gervonta and the world to make sure that he stays away from Lomachenko and Devin Haney. So this is kind of the main reason we're here. A lot of people are getting kind of upset with the criticism of Tank. But the truth of the matter is, when you're an entertainer, you're open and subject to criticism. People are going to look to see what it is you do right and what it is you do wrong. It's just the way that it works. But really quick, I just want to say a little fun fact, right? A little fun fact is Lomachenko was knocked down by Linares, and we all start saying that he wasn't ready. Now, Tank doesn't look the best, and Crawford's telling him he's not ready. Stay away from those guys. So here's a little fun fact for Crawford. When Loma was knocked down on his ass, everyone said stay away from Tank, right? They thought Tank would knock out Loma just because Linares knocked down Loma. When Bud was touched up in that fight with Crab and Lobster, everyone says stay away from Spence. So we are fickle. You see, boxing fans jump from ship to ship. And that's just the way that it is. Now, here we have the audio that we played of Tank responding to Terence Crawford. And the comments, you know, because I asked, actually I put it here. Where is it? Here. I asked, was the criticism justified or is this old beef? And the reason that I say old beef is because, look, in 2019, on the very same day, that is today, or it could have been Saturday night last, the 18th, and it happened to fall on the 29th at midnight. But Crawford had something to say about Gervonta last year, and they had a little feud on Instagram, and I'm sharing that on YouTube, and you can see last year it was December 29th at 11:38 p.m. So I don't think it was a Saturday. It could have been, I don't know, whatever. The point is, it was last year to the date, right? And Terence Crawford tells Gervonta to get off the drugs. Ain't nothing getting stopped over here unless it's me stopping your ass. Hashtag facts. Now, I want to believe that this was Tank watching a fight of Terence and saying he'll stop him, because I'm going to try and play an Ellie Setback interview. It's kind of difficult with the copyright infringement, right? But he did an interview with Tank last night, post-fight, after the press conference, or right before the press conference when Tank was changing. And obviously he brought this Terence Crawford news to Tank. And Tank said, he'll fuck him up. Obviously, Ellie changed up the words, but you can hear Tank saying, I'll fuck up Terence Crawford. And Ellie changed it up and says, he said he'll touch up Terence Crawford. And, same thing with Haney. He said, Haney is a guy that needs to get his father's permission, and his trainer's in the back, and his trainer, Calvin Ford, says, look, everybody's saying 2020. Well, look, it's only 2 more days for 2020. And we're going to see who really want the smoke. Because even Ryan Garcia came out talking about he want the smoke, so we have to see who really wants the smoke, who's actually going to get in there with Tank. But, the comments are interesting. Look, Tank trying to act like he could scare Bud. He'd get washed by Bud, something ferocious if they fought. And Haney would put the hurt on Tank too. Loma takes him to school bad. So, again, the reason we're reading this is because the criticism, right? It's going to happen after every fight. You have to either look flawless, and even still, you'll get criticism, Deontay Wilder just got a knockout. We criticized that he lost rounds. It's just the nature of the beast. But Crawford reassuring Team Gervonta to stay away from Vasil Lomachenko and Devin Haney. And I don't know, solid advice or criticism? Which of the two is it? Many people are agreeing with Crawford. If you take to social media, if you look at the responses on his tweet, many people are agreeing with him. Now, there are a few celebrities. I won't say that I know them, but there are a few verified accounts that clap back at Crawford and tell him to stay away from Spence. So this is Crawford's official Twitter, where the message originated from at 11:14 December 28th, 2019, yesterday. And he says, I got tanked by KO. Gamboa haven't been the same since he fought this guy from Omaha, but y'all know that already. So shots early, before the fight even started. But I don't really know if they're considered shots, right? Because I feel like that's what we were saying right here on the Boxing Voice, that, Gamboa couldn't have been the same because Crawford did what he did to him all those years ago, and we just never seen him look the same. So this is the one 8 hours ago. It says stay away. It's got 3.9 thousand likes, almost 4,000 likes, and 1,000 retweets. And just to read some of the comments, again, stay away from Vasil Lomachenko and real Devin Haney. And he tweets them, he makes sure it's to put them in there. And just look at some of the responses. Someone said, and Tiafimo, and added Tiafimo to the list. And that was Christina Pancha, verified. But she's also works for Top Rank, so I can see the bias if you want to use that. Here's a regular fan that says, yes, even from Ryan Garcia, basically everyone who is half decent at 135. They said, and Comey, and Campbell, and Burchell, this person. Obviously, he is no one, but, he's giving his opinion. Sulema Ubrina is a fighter, and she said Tiafimo and included him to the list. And it goes on like this, Look, Tiafimo again. People are not happy, but someone clapped back at Crawford and said, "Stay away from at Earl Spence," with the two, pump up fists and I don't know, I guess cold as ice face, like. And another one, stay away from Earl. But here goes someone else. He definitely gonna do that, laughing my ass off, ducking crazy, meaning he's definitely gonna stay away from Haney and Lomachenko. So it's crazy. Because it's like a ripple effect. It's like a domino effect. As you see, look at another guy. Stay away is right. Haney will work him. Everyone takes someone else's talking points. Not to say that they weren't your original idea or opinion, but we tend to run with other people's, story and make it our own. The sad part about the Crawford and Gervonta beef is probably a beef that'll never be able to get settled. But now we got, 12 months of history, and who knows? That was just a quick little search. Who knows how much other back and forth they have had. Now, Tank, I don't want to see anybody defending him and saying, that, we shouldn't criticize him and things like that. You got to remember when Deontay Wilder was fighting, he said Deontay Wilder fights like a schoolyard girl or something like that, or like a girl in a schoolyard. So Tank is always critical of other fighters. So, don't take out your little, white gloved hands to pamper him. He's pretty much a dude that doesn't hold back himself is all I can say, right? So he doesn't hold back, and he also doesn't need any help defending himself. But I think that Tank didn't really get hurt. Gamboa landed a few shots, but a few is the best word. It was really, I would like to see the punch stats. Did he land over 10 punches? I don't even know. And maybe that sounds like an exaggeration, so I'll give him 25 for the whole fight. Maybe he landed 25. I doubt it, though. I could see him landing over 25 because they're probably going to be counting jabs, but those punches had absolutely nothing on them. They were beyond arm punches, to be exact. Those things. He was just trying to hold on the entire night. And he was getting clipped for that, man. Every time he would reach out to initiate a clinch, Tank was just letting hands go on him. And really busting him up. So, listen, Gervonta closed out the year strong. Definitely sold a lot of tickets. Definitely had a lot of people in attendance. They've been calling 2020 as that year. He should be doing a pay-per-view. He should be in these big-name fights. And maybe we see him in there with Vasil. I would go the Vasil route. Vasil is 30-something, 32, maybe 33 by the time he fights Tank. I would go the Vasil Lomachenko route. I seen Linares put him down. Now, I know Linares is a sharp, technical fighter, but at the end of the day, I seen Linares put him down. I seen Pedraza, someone that Tank destroyed. really bust him up and mark him up. So if I'm Floyd and Ellerby, I go towards the older fighter. I know he has good agility and athleticism, but his clock is ticking. Haney, on the other hand, is young and strong. And for much of the same reasons that I think that Haney would beat Lomachenko is the reason that I think Haney would give a lot of trouble to Gervonta, and that's because Haney started his career at 135. He's at that weight. He sucks down to make that weight. He didn't start at 126. He didn't move to 130. He didn't just fight at 135. Haney is the essence of a real 135-pounder in his prime, youthful, ring IQ on 100. That's the guy I want to see. But he's got to recover from a shoulder injury, so he's off the table. He's off the table, and he really shouldn't be putting himself on the table because he's not able to, He can't really fight. But all in all, everyone's come out the woodworks. Before the fight, Ryan Garcia, I thought it was clout chasing. Came out, Dazn did a beautiful graphic for it. I want Tank 2020. And maybe now he does. With the speed of Ryan. Listen, Gamboa was right there because of the foot or the Achilles heel or a broken ankle, whatever excuse you want to make. Gamboa was right there to be hit. He couldn't move. He couldn't use footwork and avoid Tank shots, right? Ryan would be on his bike. Haney could use his feet. These are interesting fights. I guess the question to you is, A, is Crawford hating on Gervonta Tank Davis, or is this just normal boxing banter and criticism like we all criticize the fighter the minute the fight is done? Or is this an old beef? And what do you think 2020 brings for Tank? Will he face the Haneys, Lomachenkos? Throw Crawford in there. Teofimo. Is he going to get bold and try to quiet some of these naysayers? I'm going to keep it short. You know the number to call in, 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 one time. Voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline. And we're talking morning after thoughts. What are your thoughts the morning after going to bed, after allowing this fight to kind of sit in your mind and, has it changed your perception of Tank? Do you see another clear-cut 135-pound best? You tell us. 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 one time. Voice your opinion right here. Voice of the People hotline. Talking Gervonta, Davis, K.O.N., Gamboa in 12. Crawford reacting, Ryan Garcia reacting, Christina Pancha reacting, the freaking world reacting. Calvin Ford says, hey, the end result is we got this right here, that belt. So I'm going to I want to put that link in the description so that, not in the description, but in the chat so that you can see the Ellie Setback video yourself. I would play it, but it's not a continuous video where all those quotes are lined up. You know how Ellie is really cool with them, so it's a long video while Tank is dressing. So the quotes come few, and in between a lot of hoopla. But I gotta get this history here. Where is it? In the meantime, let me go out to these sponsors and get out to these callers. I want to thank everybody that tuned in. Morning Afterthoughts. Holla at me.
It is hard to continue developing new content and covering the sport as thorough as we do without contributions from loyal listeners like you. If you enjoyed listening to the Boxing Voice Radio and find it informative and entertaining, please consider making a donation.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
All right. Here's the audio. So I gotta rewind it because he ignored the question purposely with the facial expression.
Lomachenko and Lomachenko.
So right there, they say, hey, Lomachenko, Crawford said to stay away from Lomachenko and Devin Haney. So he just gave a blank stare. But
so that was Crawford said stay away from Haney and Lomachenko.
And Gamboa said I was better than him. On my life, Gamboa said I was better than him.
Whoa, high praise from Gamboa.
And then check it out.
He didn't say no, man. He didn't say that.
Wait, what you mean? You just said he said that. What's going on, Tank? You wildin'.
I was better than him, but he said I was the best.
Oh, he called you the best. He called him the best, y'all. Gamboa said you the best I ever faced.
Younger than him, like I was. He said that you younger than him, but you better than him.
You know, last week Ryan said he wants.
So he's saying Gamboa actually talked to him about Crawford and said, yo, you younger than Crawford, but you better than Crawford. That's what he's saying. I'm just repeating it.
To fight you next year. No, he's a good fighter. He's talented.
Now, Ellie has some sort of agenda, and that's cool. He must fuck with Garcia, and I fuck with Shadasia Green, so I'm trying to get Shadasia Green at that Savannah Marshall fight or anybody at 168, so I get what Ellie's doing. But he's lobbying for Ryan Garcia. He's like, oh, no, that's a good fight. That's a pay-per-view fight. He keeps throwing pay-per-view out there, too. Ellie don't mind us paying for the pay-per-view.
It would be a big fight, Tank. You don't think it would be a big fight? Pay-per-view?
Oh, yeah.
You and Ryan?
Yeah.
But you see how you got to treat these guys with baby gloves? It'll be a big fight, Tank. You don't think it'll be a big fight? You, him, pay-per-view? You got to be careful, or else they'll fucking kick you out the locker room and call you all types of names. You got to be careful.
Devin Haney just called you out, too.
He just called me out?
Yeah.
Now, he seems interested in that. You see, I mean, if you watch this video and you see his face, you're like, oh, he called me out. Like, he wants that one. It looks like he wants that one. Now, remember, there is a sparring session feud. I mean, if you check our channel, Haney talks about that sparring session, and it's one of our most watched videos. Yeah, check it out for yourself is all I can say.
Tell me let us show this. Right after the fight. Tell me show this.
That's business, man.
They want to do that.
They want to get their numbers up.
So Tank says they want to get their numbers up because people calling them out. They clout chasing. You know, he ain't heard the show. That means he don't listen to the show. He talking about get their numbers up. Nah, dog, they clout chasing you. But now he's going to walk into the back. So it might be a little bit of time before we get to some actual audio here on this.
What did you say in the press conference? They want to get paid?
Tell them what you said. You're gonna.
So right there, obviously, Ellie throws him an alley-oop. What did you say in the press conference? And, you know, Tank said, and he said, they want to get paid. Well, Ellie says they want to get paid. And Tank doesn't repeat it, just says, yeah. So I'm assuming that in the post-fight press conference, this was something that Tank had already spoke of.
What? Your gun always what? Slowly. All safety.
So right there, this is one of the rappers. I don't know who it is. He looks like Gucci Mane, but he not.
No, he said my 9 don't have no safety.
He got 40. That means 40. He got a 40. 40 don't have safety.
So again, he's just getting dressed right now. You know what I mean? Got the new Air Maxes. I think these are.
Be at home, bro.
What?
That mate.
From wherever?
That shit is hot. I got one too. I left it.
For the picture.
What up? What's going on? How you doing? Good.
Getting some love. No clue who that is.
You ain't outside.
But remember, I put the link in the description. You could check it yourself, get all the audio. I'm waiting for him to walk to the back because that's when he says, you know, he'll fuck up Crawford.
I'm always outside.
You ain't outside.
I'm always outside.
But Tank, in boxing, everyone's an expert. Everyone knows
Hey, Ellie, you taking shots at us over here?
better than anybody. Right, Calvin?
Every time. But guess what? End result.
Tank,
End result, and Calvin's talking about the belt as he looks at the belt.
would you like to fight Crawford one day? You and Crawford?
You heard him? I'll touch Crawford up. I'll fuck Crawford up. One of the two, man. One of the two. We gonna go with either or. Ellie says touch him up. Ellie was there. We'll believe Ellie.
He said he would touch Crawford up.
Thank you, Ellie.
End results, y'all. Look how he did it.
Now that's what confuses me. Calvin says, look how he did it, as if to say that Terence didn't do it better. I mean, Terence was more dominant. Terence was more dominant. Let's just be real. I mean, I can't say dominant, right? I guess that's a bad choice of words because Tank definitely seemed dominant. It just took him a little longer. He had zero respect for Gamboa, though. He didn't start to use his jab to the end, but...
Against a vet with a name. That's the difference, man. When you fight a vet with a name, and I kept saying it.
So again, he's about to call Richardson into the interview. Calvin Ford is, and he's gonna say, "Hey man, tell him what I was telling you in camp," because I guess in camp the theme was Gamboa's not done. Gamboa will fight his heart out.
Come over here, sit right here. He was with me in camp. What I kept telling him, Gamboa ain't going out like that. You have to box.
See, Gamboa ain't going out like that. And he damn sure survived. I mean, I never thought with one leg, or an ruptured Achilles heel, or a broken ankle, or broken shoes, whatever was making him be motionless, I never thought that he would end up being able to survive. And credit to Gamboa, credit to Davis, he didn't survive. It's no different than Crawford and Benavidez, where we kind of got upset and then boom, Crawford got him out of there, and you can't get mad because he got the job done. And he showed that his power carries late. It was a 12th round knockout. He carries late. His power carries late, man. We can't get mad.
I said you had to look good.
Because he went back to Cuba, trained.
He had his family and all type of shit.
They saying he went back to Cuba to train. I don't know if he did all that. I'm not saying the Cubans can't go back because they just allowed Cubans to start going back. I know that Laura and Yuriorkis Ulgas has gone back. But I like what Richardson Hitchens says. He was hungry. And I don't really even know if Gamboa was hungry because he got hurt so quick that we never really got to see him try to even take control of the fight. He was always, playing to the fiddle of Davis.
But Calvin,
he put new spawn partners in. He did everything to try to win.
But this.
Oh man, he talking about bringing in spawn partners. I mean, everybody brings in spawn partners. Calvin, of course, he did everything to try to win, but at the end of the day, he had a wooden leg in there.
This is how it works. In 3 months, 6 months, people are gonna go look at Tank's record. How did the fight end?
He knocked him out.
That's it.
So, I guess that's a question to you guys, man. I mean, Ellie seems to believe in 3 to 6 months, you guys won't even care about this fight. It'll just be a knockout on Tank's resume, and we won't bring it up. And I don't know that that's true, because this is the second biggest name on Tank's resume. So it's like, oh, who'd he beat? Pedraza and Gamboa. So it's going to be hard to get away from this performance. Same thing for Crawford, right? It's like, who'd he beat? Gamboa. So you remember that performance, but at least for Crawford, it was a damn good performance, We were expecting Tank to do better than Crawford because this was a 5-year removed Yuriorkis Gamboa.
You knocked him out. You have 23 wins, 22 knockouts. That's it.
Next fight, you get a knockout. Boxing is like, it's a hate and love sport. They love you, they hate you tomorrow.
What happened? What they saying?
And I like that. What happened? What they saying? That's Tank asking that. He's wondering. He's interested. What the streets saying about my fight? What the public thinks?
Explain something to you. Now they know Tank can knock you out at any given time.
What they saying though?
I agree. That's what I just said, Mr. Ford. Now we know his power carries late. Now we know, that you got to be careful. I mean, fighters know now that you got to be careful. You can't just play those games.
They ain't saying nothing. They just, everybody wants to
say what boxing fans saying, bro. What's been happening?
What, knockout?
Richardson Hitchens is ahead of his time. He's saying what boxing fans saying, man. I like that. Listen, there's a little bit of other little sound bites in there, but no sense in, going through Ellie's entire video. Please head on over to ES News and check it out. I'm putting the link in the description. Again, shout out to Ellie, always working. He was our 2017 Pioneer Award winner. because he is the pioneer of this, man, and he gave a lot of people the ambition to want to do this YouTube boxing coverage. So shout out Eddie, man, always in the mix. You may not agree with every single question, but he's always working for sure. Let's see here. We're going to go out to these callers. We already went to our sponsors. So let's head on out to the lines. Who we got on there first? Looking like my man out in Detroit. Boomerang status. Stainless, talk to us, brother. Good morning. Happy Sunday.
Motherfuck murder, mayhem, last words of the stainless. Told you I would kill you, squeeze after I aim it. If you're talking money, then you're speaking my language. Or shut the fuck up in grown folks' conversation.
Yo, Ness, what's good?
Good morning, champ. Morning afterthoughts.
Man, I told you I really appreciate this morning afterthought show, man. It give us a chance to get it all off our chest. And if I'm being honest, not just with the Tank fight, man, outside of that Badu Jack Pascal card, man, that whole fight card kind of left something to be desired, or at least the three cards, triple header, you know what I'm saying? Uskataki looked kind of off, man. What's my man name? Lonnie R or something?
Oh, Lionel Thompson.
Yeah, man. He showed, man, whatever Caleb Plant did to Uskataki, man, he never got past that shit. I'm not even gonna talk on that gifted win Pascal got. Though that was a really good fight, man. I wasn't satisfied with the judgment, but you know what I'm saying, I gotta go with the judge's score. So that's what it is on that. On the Tank, man. Me and CYP and a few of us was still kind of arguing about it last night, but it's a very, very boring performance, man. Like, that cat 23 years old. I get Gamboa still got a little fight left in him, but if he ruptured his Achilles and he was fighting on one leg, it shouldn't have took him 12 rounds to get that cat out of there, man. Like, and even then, like that stoppage by Jack
Yo,
Reese.
but ain't that unfair? Ain't that unfair? Because you asking him not to do the same thing Crawford did to Benavidez with one leg. It took him 12 rounds.
Yeah, but even that fight was still more exciting than the Gamboa fight last night. Like, it just seemed like the energy wasn't there. I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and back off of it a little because, you know what I'm saying, understanding that Gamboa had. Are we still out on what happened? Because was it a shoe or was it his Achilles?
Man, it's unclear to me. I got to watch the entire post-fight press conference to know because from everything I watched, I mean, I got three different things. It was the shoe. On TV, they saying the shoe, Paulie Malignaggi, I think is saying the shoe busted and his heel was coming out. On Twitter, a Spanish reporter that I follow and respect, he's with Telemundo, he said Gamboa broke his ankle. So, you know, and then all around the internet, you see rupture, Achilles tear. So I don't know.
Well, that's my minute and a half, man. I'm going to let somebody else get in.
And more like 3 minutes, champ. But we needed you, man. We needed you while we set up. We ain't had no co-host. We had to write some names down over here and get some people in order so we know exactly who we talking to. We're going to go out to New Money, UK.
On top of money, what's going on, Ness?
What it do, champ? Good morning. Or afternoon for you.
Well, good afternoon, good morning, whatever side of the world that you're on. So, yesterday, obviously people, I'm not too sure, me and Ness do a weekly show on the Patreon. I would advise you to pay your subscription of $5 a month. And I basically gave my predictions. What I'm a professional gambler, a professional sports gambler. And yesterday, I did advise people, do not bet on that Badu Jack fight. Am I right or wrong, Ness?
You did. But but didn't I say Pascal might do it, even though he wasn't supposed to get it? Yo, he did it.
Listen, that fight was too close for comfort, man. I don't really like betting on fights like that. I did predict Gamboa knockout, but I did say I would have thought he got him out earlier than that. But I mean, it wasn't a great Davis performance, but he can pick up from that and he can carry on and he can still hold his head high. I mean, he got a knockout in the end. But in terms of Lomachenko right now for that performance, I don't think so, bro.
So you agree with Crawford? Stay away from Lomachenko. What about stay away from Haney?
I mean, Devin Haney uses a lot of angles. He's great at counterpunching, very fast hands. I would more lean towards Devin Haney. If he could take Tank's power, I would more lean toward Devin Haney in that fight. But it wouldn't be a fight I'd advise people to bet on, but I would more lean towards Haney.
All right, well, new money on top of money, brother. Thank you for calling in. If you wanted to hear new money, more detailed, giving you that expert advice, catch us either Friday or Saturday. We are consistent with the betting show. Head on over to patreon.com/The Boxing Voice and check that out. We're going out to 160-pound champ, Border Wars participant, alumni caller, Southside Doozy, Kansas City, Missouri. Stand up. Good morning, champ. What it do?
Morning, man. What's the deal, man?
Chilling,
I'm gonna try to
man.
make this shit real quick. Yeah, facts, man. I'm about to roll up. I'm gonna try to make this shit real quick, though, man. First off, I want to salute the ATF for showing up. They ain't had a championship fight out there in like 20 plus years, man. They showed up and showed out. The crowd looked amazing, and they were super engaged in the fight. You gotta excuse my son. Let me walk away from him. They were super engaged in the fight, man. So I was fucking with that the long way. Man, as far as Tank, man, because that's really the only fight I want to commentate on, man. I want people to keep in mind that this was a step-up fight for Gamboa. I mean, for Tank. Gamboa was a step-up fight because, you know what I mean? And with that being said, bro, the way that man lasted from the second round all the way to the 12th with a ruptured ACL, which I heard him say out his mouth. Seconds out did an interview with the nigga, and he had his foot and shit all wrapped up, and he said it was a ruptured ankle. So I agree with Stavis right there. Like, man, that man should have never made it to the 12th round. You know what I mean? And like you said, Ness, I was one of them ones who expected the same from Crawford when he was in there with Keg Leg going to be there. You know what I mean? So I'm going to keep the same energy on that. You in there with a one leg, man, you got to get me the fuck out of here. But I do want to salute the Gamboa because he stayed in that motherfucker. A bunch of old veteran dog-ass moves to just keep him in the fight. He was surviving, but he did it all on one leg. I mean, shit, Julio Cesar Chavez would have never quit, right? Whatever though, man. But yeah, I ain't gonna kill this nigga Tank too much, bro. But I do want to remind people that, bro, the nigga just came up from 30. He was having weight issues at making 30, and then came up to 35 and had man, come on, man, he got a fork in the road,
but talk to me.
Take the straight route, or he gonna take the AD route, bro.
Talk to me specifically about what Crawford is saying, because that's what the world is talking about. Is he ready for 135? Vasil, Haney, and after Crawford said that, a lot of the comments on Crawford post was he ain't ready for Teofimo either. Then you got Ryan Garcia calling him out. You got Tevin Farmer took to his Instagram, posted a picture of him and said, man, he ain't ready for me. Or they ain't ready for me. They can't fuck with me. Sound like that, he said. I'm paraphrasing. Definitely cursed in it, though. He said they can't fuck with me, actually. So everybody looking at him like he an appetizer.
But them is all good fights, cuz. And I'm from the school of thought like you. Like, it's always gonna be critique after the fight. You know, you see somebody go in there, you see things that you think you could have did better than the next man, but you got to get in there and make that shit count. You know what I mean? I think Devin Haney is the more dangerous fight out of any of them niggas. I would still take over Loma right now, because eventually I think Loma will slow down and Tank will be able to catch up with him. That motherfucker uppercut he was sending was hellacious, and I hope.
Southside, man, thanks for calling in, champ. Let me see here. We got Brandon, Cincinnati. What it do? Buenos dias.
What up, Ness?
What up?
What's good, bro? Yeah, man, I'm not gonna entertain the Bud versus Tank beef. Niggas are never a fight, so ain't no point even discussing what they got going on. But my energy's the same, man. The same way I said the motherfucker is stupid for saying Bud got exposed for losing 2 rounds against Mean Machine. Anybody saying Tank got exposed for losing a round and dropping a motherfucker 3 times is just hating. I mean, he didn't get exposed when you drop a motherfucker 3 times and lose 1 round. I mean, I don't understand the logic in that. What was exposed is what we already questioned about him. His lack of focus and dedication and his maturity levels. I mean, moving up to a new weight class and you already missing weight, that's an issue. You miss weight 3 or 4 times at your old weight. And we already had questions about it. So, that's the only thing I question about him. And was he exposed? No, because I already had those questions about him. Now, is he ready for Loma? Now with these same questions we had, maturity, dedication, you ain't gonna beat a guy like Lomachenko with these question marks on. You got to be at your motherfucking A game to beat a guy as crafty as Lomachenko with that kind of pedigree. And right now, Bud Wright, stay away from Lomachenko. And really stay away from Devin Haney. Stay away from any ring technician. When, let's be real, I started watching the fight at like the 8th round, and he did begin to. I mean, I didn't see the first half of the fight, but instead of being, relentless like he usually is, rounds 8 through 12, he was more so picking his shots one at a time, throwing like 10 to 15 punches around. He was picking good shots, hurting Gamboa, but he wasn't just letting them bitches go like he probably was at the beginning of the fight. So, yeah, I agree with Bud Crawford, man. Yeah, stay away from Lomachenko until you grow the fuck up. Because right now he ain't mature enough to win a fight like that mentally. And, oh yeah, man, stop comparing fucking Gamboa injuring his leg in a fight to Benavidez getting shot 2 years before the Bud fight. That's two different things, bro. Two different fucking things.
Man,
Not
that shit
same.
the same shit. You seen the way Benavidez was moving, or was he moving any better? Go ahead and lie so you can look like a fool.
He was moving pretty good in them two tune-ups he had when he was knocking motherfuckers out before the Bud fight.
Did he move good in the Crawford fight? Ain't nobody asked you about the tune-ups. Did he looked just like motherfucking Gamboa. See, every time I try to love you, give you a little bit of extra time, I needed you to let me put names in the list over here so I could address people by their name. Here you go talking craziness. Got to fade him out, man. Fade the black, man, like motherfucking Jay-Z with this one. Oh, man. Can't get these Bud fans to be honest for nothing. It's crazy.
Just like the king is what I mean. The king is what I mean.
Top of the TB motherfucking B morning, fellas.
What it do?
Yo, Ness, I'm gonna say it right out the gate. Like, Tank took shots that if he move up, he can't afford to take from Devin Haney. He can't afford to take shots from somebody that's going to zero in on him the same way he's zeroing in on a lame duck. You know what I'm saying? When I say lame duck, I mean the predicament. Like once you, it's like many times Pascal did it. He, or different fighters do it. You fight with a bum shoulder. You fight with a pop bicep. Shannon Briggs did it. You fight like, and I'm not. When I say many fighters did it, I don't mean it's something that's regularly done. But what I'm saying is that person is lame in front of you, and for you, he learned some things. And I said that he was going to get some experience out of that fight. But if he should move up, first of all, Tank is losing to me with the lack of discipline. Like, how you a fake weight bully and you can't even make so now he looking like Broner. It's funny they cool because now I would say regardless of what he think of his height, you might as well move up to 140. Cause that means what you walking around at? You 5'3", walking around at 160? You got if you can't make it down to 130, fight at 140, fight at 147. There's no I think his self-discipline takes him. I mean, I'm bugging, but what I'm saying is,
I don't know about all that 140 shit no more, bro. I mean, he hit Gamboa with everything, man. With everything. I mean, he hit him with everything, bro. And Gamboa, I mean, he just got I guess he like Tito Trinidad, bro. Cause this makes 17 knockdowns for Gamboa's career, so he gotta be like Trinidad. Cause I don't think no one ever slept that motherfucker. He probably just don't go to sleep. He probably just ain't going to sleep, man. Probably just one of them tough chin dudes, man, for real. Stunner, New Jersey. Actually, damn, son, I got to get to some boomerangs and all that other good stuff. Joshua, Boomerang, New Orleans.
I was woke up to this, so excuse me. Good morning to you.
Joshua, can you get off speaker, please?
I'm not on speaker. Hey, come back to me then. Come back to me next call.
All right. CYP, talk to me. Boomerang.
Yo. Good morning. I didn't even know you had a show today, man. And good luck whoever called and woke me up. Good luck whoever that was. But anyway, we had a little argument, big time. Me and Bonilla, we was on the phone about an hour after, but we cleaned it up as men. You know, a lot of people didn't hear it because they didn't stay on, but boxing does that to people sometimes. Now, it's funny because me and you hardly ever agree, but the same person that you brought up, I brought up in the argument after the show, which was Benavidez. I said, all of y'all who had no critique for Bud against Benavidez, but got all this critique for Tank, y'all being exposed. Y'all know I'm a Bud guy. I'm equal around the board with everybody. And if y'all got all this critique for Tank, y'all and can't never critique Bud, oh hell no. Hell no. Y'all gonna catch me turn heel against y'all because y'all sounding like UK fans right now. I think Bud did great against Benavidez. I think Tank did great against Gamboa. But if y'all gonna play that game, then we can play that game. We can go ahead and play that game. I'm just letting y'all know that right now on this call, right now. So if y'all play that and can't critique Bud on the next call and say that Bud this and Bud that, but you can all this Tank shouldn't do this and Tank shouldn't do that. Well, if that's the case, then we know Bud should stay away from Earl Spence. He should stay away from Earl Spence because them punches that he was hitting Benavidez with wasn't really doing nothing until the 12th. Come on, man. CYP out.
CYP. We're gonna go back to J-Mac. Boomerang. You ready? No? All right. We're gonna keep it moving. Majimbe, talk to me.
Yo. So after thinking about it, I really don't want to see that Leo fight. I would rather see him fight another 135 pounder. See if that power is real at 135. Maybe a Bartholomew or something like that. But in my opinion, yeah, stay away from T.O., stay away from Devin, stay away from Loma. I think in the end it's going to be Devin and T.O. anyway. So I don't know. He just looked flat. He couldn't catch him coming in. I mean, the guy was trying to hug all night, both arms out, couldn't do anything. So I don't know. I think it was just a bad performance. I would like to see what he does after. You guys have a great Sunday.
You too, my Jimbo, man. Thanks for calling in, being part of the show. We're going out to Stonebone Boxing, Colorado.
What up?
What up?
Yeah, that was an interesting fight, man. And you know what I mean, I just think I don't know. I think the whole thing might have been a little too much for him. Just missing weight. Then I watched the Calvin Ford interview with Beauty Shot Conversation where he said that I don't control Tank weight. I don't get to do nothing with that. He do it all on his own, and he's a little pissed that Tank did. Watch that interview when y'all get a chance. But I agree with Bud, and I don't think he's ready. We're gonna end up calling for Shakur versus Tank at like 135, and Devin versus Teofimo at like 140 or something like that. That's what I see. He ain't ready for Devin. I ain't gonna say he ain't ready. I just don't think he can beat them dudes. And as far as Crawford and Benavidez is 26 years old, 6 foot tall, undefeated, strong, great counterpuncher. Gamboa is 38 years old, knocked out 3 times, 3 losses, broke leg.
Well, he had two at the time, though, right?
Oh, okay, 2, but how many? 2 with 15 knockdowns, 14 knockdowns.
14 knockdowns, yeah.
But
also his losses came to elite level fighters, though.
All right, but Benavidez was undefeated, and then he didn't hurt his leg, and he didn't re-hurt his leg until like the 8th round, and you could see the change in the fight when he hurt his leg.
Damn, at least you admitted that shit. The last Crawford stands act like that shit ain't even happen.
He hurt his leg, and Bud said it. Bud said, "Oh yeah, that's when he started waving me in, and that's
yeah, man. There you go. Keep it real. That's what I like, man. We having a good old Sunday. We're gonna go out to sunny Florida, Majid.
Hey, what up, man? Everybody liked the video. I feel like last night that Davis, he ain't look spectacular, but I look at Gamboa like no matter what, he's still a gold medalist that gave everybody a hard fight, and even Bud ain't make that shit look easy. And as far as all those youngins calling them out, like Haney and all those niggas and Loma and all that, I'm like, well, for one, Crawford need to shut the fuck up because he don't got no big fight lined up and nothing we interested about. And Loma, last I checked, he just fucking ducked Haney or whatever, so he need to do that or fucking grant Lopez to fight that they supposed to be doing. But everybody just clout chasing because this kid doing big things in boxing. Shout out to Davis last night. Shout out to the boxing boys. That's all I got. It's just a bunch of haters, man.
Majid, man, thanks for calling in. We going out to Stunner, New Jersey.
Yo, y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Man. I actually enjoyed last night's fights, man, especially that Pascal fight, man. That shit was lit, man. Everybody saying that shit was a robbery. How can a Canadian come to America, fight on a Showtime card under Mayweather Promotions? Like, everything was Mayweather handpicked, and this dude Pascal came in and got the decision. Don't get out of here with that robbery stuff. These dudes have no reason to give Pascal anything. As far as this Gervonta Tank Davis news involving Crawford, so here we have Terence Crawford live from Gilligan's Island calling out or talking about another PBC fighter who we won't be facing. Again, for every Terence Crawford fan that calls into this show, before you start talking shit, just tell me, who do you believe Terence Crawford's next 2 to 3 fights will be for the year 2020? Because like I said before, you guys have a very, very boring, there's nothing to look forward to for Terence Crawford's career in 2020. So you guys are just going to continue to use Crawford, or you guys are going to use Davis's name, Spencer's name. Oh, yeah, this, that, and the third. Who's your boy's next fight, man? Any Terence Crawford fan that calls into this show, do not talk or speak on Crawford until you tell me who you believe his next 2 fights will be. Because he's going to fight 2 nobodies who we don't talk about, who TBV probably hasn't even made a video about in the last year's time. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, let Crawford keep on talking shit. You're fucking irrelevant. The only reason we talk about you is because we feel inclined to. It's not because you're giving us anything exciting that we really want to fucking talk about. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. And Ryan Garcia, I see that you're willing to fight Davis.
New caller, first time caller in the 901. First time caller? Who's this?
This Arthur A.
Arthur. Oh, Arthur, you called in before. What's going on, champ?
What's good? Yeah, man, I went to the fight, man. The atmosphere was tight. I liked it. Now for Tank, he was sloppy. I'll agree, he was sloppy. Now with Gamboa talking about he rushed his Achilles, that's some bullshit. He probably twisted his ankle or something. He ain't rushed. He might have strained it, but he was rushing on Achilles. He wouldn't be walking if he rushed his Achilles. But yeah, Tank was sloppy. But yeah, Tank not a true 135, but he can beat some people at 135. But he need to go back down to 130. He just need to be disciplined. That's all. He'll be all right. Everybody got a bad night, and Crawford went 12 with Benavidez, and got rocked by Kavalasky. So I mean, everybody afford a bad night. So I ain't tripping.
All right.
Yeah, that's my call.
Well, thanks for calling in, Arthur A. I think it's Wapaholics, right? Something like that. That's the phrase you go by. We're going out to Boomerang, Joshua, New Orleans. You ready now?
Yeah, I'm ready. It sound better?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I didn't hear the beginning of the intro. So I'm going off for the same energy I had last night. I was on a call with Brian Bond and CYP, and they handled that shit like men. It's a misunderstanding. They both stayed on the call after all the callers dropped off, so they squashed that shit. Nobody backed out. They just realized the shit was stupid. First, these guys addressing Bud fans. First of all, I see y'all tend to bring Bud up, but Bud made himself a part of this conversation because he did the same thing Gervonta Davis did and critiqued this fight. He just passed his opinion. Before it's worrying about who he gonna fight next, don't worry about who he gonna fight next because he gonna beat the fuck out whoever he fight next. Just worry about your favorite fighter making his fights. Gervonta Davis looked just like what I thought he was. Everybody was watching him because the stage where he's at in his career. We critiquing him because we want to see what he does, and he's supposed to step up fight. So we looking for something, and he looked just like what I thought he did. Looked like moving up to 135, his power is going to be stagnant. He looked like an Adrian Broner in my mind, in my opinion, and also looked like he needs to stay away from the heavy hitters, as far as the guys who think in the ring. That's going to make the fight more strategic, because he couldn't get an old ass 38 who been knocked out 16 times Gamboa out of there flush or anything, and he struggled with it. But we comparing him to Benavidez. Benavidez was 26. Benavidez was 6 feet, one of the biggest welterweights in the weight class when Crawford fought him. So it's two different scenarios, but we doing the comparison. So we're reaching. Tank stays as away from TFM.
Cut it, cut it.
Steve, Chicago, Ringer.
How's it going? Yeah, this is going to be interesting. I'm curious to see who he's going to fight next. To me, we need to hold Tank to a higher level than the Haneys and the Tiafimos. He's ahead of those guys. I got to see who do you think he's going to fight next? I mean, and him and Leo Santa Cruz, that ain't going to no pay-per-view.
Yeah, it looks like they're looking at Leo. I mean, I'm sure they would have looked at Vasil if he would have done better. But
because he's ahead of those other young guys in his career.
Yeah, he won a title way before them.
He's ahead of them. We can't hold those guys to the same level as him. He's ahead of them. He needs, his next fight needs to be something meaningful. He's ahead of those guys. But we'll see what he does. If he goes down a notch, then did you see his post-fight interview?
Not at the post-fight press conference. I watched other stuff from AB Boxing News. Shout out to AB Boxing News. Shout out to Ellie Setback. I watched their videos with one-on-one interviews.
Did you hear what he said? He said that he's the top guy. He's the man. He's the cash cow and all that. So
he is though. Who could Lomachenko do a pay-per-view with?
Right.
I'm thinking, actually, I take that back because right now Lomachenko could definitely do a pay-per-view with Teofimo Lopez.
Well, with me, by him saying that his career is going to be selective. That's how I look at that.
Bro, it's already been selective, Steve. It's already been selective. Like, they definitely are choosing, just like they're choosing to give you Abner Mares or Leo Santa Cruz next. And I'm with y'all. That doesn't prove anything. Leo might give him a good fight because he lets his hands go, but the way that Davis punches, he's going to make anybody put his hands in his pocket. But this is the thing, with Yuriorkis, his hands just weren't long, like his arms weren't long enough. My man couldn't reach. Leo got a better reach. But I don't like the Leo fight. I don't like that. I need someone with Leo's activity, but with more power. Like, I feel like if he punches Leo might, put his hands in his pocket, man. Them punches hurt. Man. Listen, if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. It helps with the visibility of the show. It helps us grow. Also, you could take it a step further. You could drop us a 5-star review on iTunes. Show your love. 7-day-a-week show, man. I'm here every single day. I love boxing just as much as you. So the support is always appreciated. Speaking of support, man, I want to thank the Super Chat. That definitely always is support. We're going to go to Jared on the Super Chat that says, Crawford got touched up by green beans. He's looking for a payday from a smaller fighter. These Crawford fans know he can't beat a top welterweight, so they changed the narrative. Bottom line, he ducked Porter. Well, thanks for the Super Chat, man. You're the only Super Chat of the day. It's Sunday, man. You show some love. I'm going to buy me a cup of coffee. Thank you so much. We're going out to Zorro in Cali, right?
Yo, hey man, everybody tripping off of that dude.
Oh no, Zorro in Georgia. My bad.
Fight, but yeah, everybody tripping off that dude. I didn't get to go up there to go see the fight, but I watched it last night. And he all right, man. Everybody talk about stay away. Did he win the belt last night?
Sure did.
He won a belt last night, so there ain't no reason for nobody to sit up here and say stay away. A lot of champions out there. He just got to figure it out. I think he just need more discipline. He need to discipline himself and live that fighter life. I mean, it's a balance. He a young guy. He needs somebody in his ear more than just the training. He needs somebody to mentor him. That's what Floyd could be doing, because Floyd did it. Floyd took a 2-year hiatus so he could get himself together and get himself right. That's all Tank need to do. He could run 130 and 135 and do it the business side. He could do pretty good. Stay away from Lomachenko. Why say that? The man just need to go out there and go fight, just like the rest of those other fighters at 130 and 135. Let them boys rumble. Get them belts running and circulating. Tafimo and him will be a good fight. Loma and him will be a good fight. When Haney come back, him and Haney will be a good fight. Plus the dude from Dazn. What's the dude from Dazn name?
Ryan Garcia.
That he always Ryan Garcia, but the other dude who he always beefing with.
Devin Haney.
Not Devin Haney, the other guy. He a slick boxer. Him and Tank always was beefing with each other. I don't know why his name is slipping. Slipping right now. With the cock eye.
Oh, Tevin Farmer.
Him and Farmer will be a good fight. Like all of them.
Yes, sir. Herschel Houston. Oh, Houston, my bad. Wait a minute. My bad. I got a boomerang on the line. Gotta go to my boomerangers. If you don't know what a boomeranger is, head on over to patreon.com/theboxingvoice and see if you could get lucky enough to slide in. There's only a certain amount, and the only way you could get in is if one of these guys allows their boomerang status to slip up with a decline. So boomerang, it's really technically to the T on Patreon. You get 2 calls. You know, your first one you gotta wait. You get it, but then you're able to come back. But, you know, I've kind of changed that without changing the verbiage on Patreon, and I let you cut the line, showing love for our patrons. So we're going out to
JD, motherfucker. There's a lot of things I like to move, so just try to get on my game. I don't know why they gonna call me for I'm a 54 pounder, but I have a brother that's at 160.
Yo, listen, real quick point, man, that Price fight, Price and Malik Hawkins, Price was definitely about to win that fight, in my opinion.
That shit was a freak accident. Yo, leave that for Sunday night. Come on, champ.
Okay. Well, getting to this fight, man, listen, you know, I've been riding with Gamboa for a long time, man. Another unfortunate situation, man. I was watching that fight damn near feeling sorry for him. Like, what the fuck, man? But on some real shit, though, like, he did show heart in there, though, like, because he was getting hit with some shit. And I can't help but think, like, damn, what if they would have been healthy? I think that would have been a real good fight. But, yeah, he was definitely limping to the corner after every round. I'm like, damn, this dude can't even walk. But he was fighting damn good off that back foot. To say, I don't know, man. It was weird, man. But that's all I got, man. Leave Crawford out of this, man. He ain't got nothing to do with this.
Nah, Crawford the one that came out and said for him being Gervonta Davis to stay away from both Devin Haney and Vasyl Lomachenko. And then the rest of the world came out and said, stay away from Teofimo too. And then Tevin Farmer came out and said, man, these boys ain't ready. No, these boys can't fuck with me. And then Ryan Garcia came out and said,
let's go, Tevin.
Yeah, I know everybody want that smoke. Ryan Garcia even came out and said, 2020, I want Tank. Everybody wanted, but that's why, someone called in like, oh, you heard what Tank said? I mean, look, he is. Ain't nobody else calling nobody else out. Everybody calling him out. He is the cash cow. Ain't nobody else selling all these tickets. Ain't nobody else fight look like that. That shit looked like a party last night. So, yeah, I don't know what y'all talking about. I see Vasyl Lomachenko on ESPN. Right? They've been setting Vasyl up to face Teofimo Lopez for like the last year. That's all they talk about on ESPN. He get up on ESPN on the ring after Teofimo knock out Comey and say, I want to fight Tank. So, yeah, I think you're wrong. I think you're absolutely wrong. I think Tank is a name, and that's why everyone is saying his name. It's not the other way around. They're saying his name. Now, yeah, you could come with the narrative that they think he's sweet. They think he's vulnerable. Cool. But they saying his name. Canelo ain't saying their name. Tank ain't saying their name. Earl ain't saying their name. Well, actually, Earl just did. Fucking Earl messed it up. He messed up my little phrase, right? He just called out like 3 people. Yeah. Sunday morning show, man. Hopefully you guys are appreciating this, man. Go a step further. Hit that thumbs up button, man. It helps with the visibility. The show lets these boxing fans know that we're here. We're live. You got the number to call in, 1-425-569-5241. I let you give your opinion. You got 1:30 to go for it. You know what I mean? You can also add Nesta Gibbs on Skype for anywhere in the world, or if you just want to have crystal clear call quality. That being said, let's head on over to a native, right, of Tank, right? Because they like in that area.
Dollar D Beyonce Productions.
J Hardcore Boxing. You know that shit about boxing. BoxingWords.com.
J Hardcore, good morning.
Good morning. Yes, I enjoyed the fight last night. Tank is definitely a star, man. I mean, they showed out for his ass last night, man. I definitely liked that. I like the support I seen last night. What I want to see Tank on his next training go somewhere away from all the distractions, be somewhere where it's just him and his coaches and sparring partners, man. I just feel, though, that he can't train at home or in Atlanta. Go somewhere, man, where he can really work on his craft. He can get that weight straight. Like when he went down to Cunningham's camp. I ain't saying Cunningham needs to be his coach, but when he was away from everything and was living that Spartan life in training camp, that's what works, man. I mean, when you get to this top level, man, every little bit helps, man. And I feel though if he had did that, he would have. It would have been a better fight last night. I don't think his food should have stayed on the plate that long last night. It shouldn't have went to the 12th. That's my call. It's a lot of goddamn shoplifting going on in here. There's over 600 people in the chat. We got about 130, 150 thumbs up. Come on, man. This show is giving y'all shit 24/7, man. Respect the channel. It's J Hardcore. I'm out of here.
Appreciate the kind words, J Hardcore, man. Appreciate the kind words, man. Sunday morning shows, morning afterthoughts. It's become a new thing. I got guys like Brandon that make sure he wakes me up. Talking about, yo, you need to do this morning after. So here we are. We're going to Herschel in Houston. Talk to us.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Man, let me just say it like this. I boxing fans got to be the most bipolar motherfuckers I done seen since women, with the responses that they give when they don't see shit. When they don't see somebody clearly dominate, people got something to say. The point of it is, Tank knocked this motherfucker down 3 times. The nigga broke his ankle trying to fight Tank. Tank beat the shit out of him. Ryan Garcia on drugs, he need to be quiet and worry about why De La Hoya can't stop touching women. He don't need to be worried about Tank because he getting slept. Tevin Farmer, please. He's in prison by Eddie Herman. He needs to relax and still try to wait for that fight to come. Devin Haney, he can talk, but he still needs to see how that shoulder going to come out. And as far as Lomachenko ran from Devin Haney off top, so he needs to be quiet too. Now, does Tank look vulnerable? Yes, because Tank got an eat problem. His diet, his nutrition, all that stuff, you can tell he blow up in between fights, and he need to work on that. But as far as the fighting and the skill, Tank got every bit of skill, but it's about the mentality of this.
And so we just need to go ahead. You know, what I mean, I think everybody just needs to wait to see how this plays out. And as far as Terence Crawford, he he need to be worried about the other side of the goddamn real road, field, whatever he want to call it. Focus on trying to get the fights you need. Stop all that chatty patty gossip shit. I thought people be talking shit about him.
Cut it. CYP, Boomerang. Numero dos.
All right. I was looking at the rankings, and if you notice, damn near all the guys from Ryan Garcia to Tiafimo to Vasil to Devin, they all around 5'8" or taller. Even Luke Campbell, 5'9". I always tell people when I talk about Tank that the height thing bothers me because as you move up, the fighters are not just heavier, they're taller. And it's harder to get to a dude. You saw even Charlo struggle a little bit trying to make sure he stayed close enough to Harrison because Harrison 6'1", Charlo 5'11". That's only 2 inches. But it was still issue, and you still had to be a tough son of a bitch with great skill to get up in there and handle that business. I do think tough as fuck. I do think he can handle that business, but is he vulnerable? Yes. I don't think he's vulnerable because he's not skillful. I think the height thing is going to get to him. And if anybody want to know, Yuriorkis Gamboa is 5'5.5", the same height as fucking Tank. And he ain't gonna have much success at 135 either, because them dudes,
he was
the
5'4.5".
5'4.5". Shit. There we go. It's an issue. Like Tank ain't gonna never get no damn taller. That may be the only issue Tank has is he ain't gonna get no taller. You got to get closer up in there to handle his motherfucking business. Y'all can say what y'all want to say about Mike Tyson, but look at the dudes he lost to. They was tall as fuck. Like, let's be real. You make Lennox Lewis 6 feet tall, Mike Tyson beats the dog shit out of his ass. Height matters in fucking boxing. Now, all of them dudes can fight because they are 21, 22. Tank oldest at 25. Loma's 31 going on 32. Loma, in my opinion, needs to work on Mikey Garcia. The Rodriguez just moved to 140. Stop worrying about these 135ers because you already don't want to fight Devin. So fuck it. Let's just move the fuck over and let them young.
Cut it. Antonio, Albany.
Hey, yo. What's going on, man? Happy Sunday. Yo, so, man, real quick, before the big topic, man, Crawford doesn't want to fight Porter, man, just because he doesn't want to make him look foolish, man. He don't want to embarrass his own friend. You know, in front of the whole crowd, man. We already know that, man. They both, like, I guess, good friends. So, you know, but I don't want to embarrass that dude, man. It's simple. And other than that, man, we gotta stop talking. We gotta start letting people talking about, oh, we gotta let this fighter avoid this fighter, or we gotta let this fighter avoid this fighter. We can't be doing that, man. I mean, people gotta take risks. People lose, man. And if Tank want to be great, he needs to fight one of these up and comings, whether it's Teofimo, obviously Lomachenko, David Haney at some point. That would be a massive fight. But other than that, man, we can't be like talking down on the fighters, man. They're fucking champions and fighters for a reason. But other than that, man, I think Tank had a great fight. He knocked them out. You know, whether Gamboa got injured or not, the fight it was a KO fight, man. And obviously that's it, man. And let's move on to the next one, 2020, baby. Other than that, man, great show, and yo, thanks for the contact, man.
Thank you, brother. Thank you for the call. We going to JT, New Orleans. Talk to me.
Hey, let's come back to me. I ain't even watched the fight. I'm watching the fight now.
Yeah, champ. You the last caller. After you, CYP close us out, man.
Well, look, I
You don't
don't
got no
know. I
service
mean,
either,
I didn't
champ.
watch it. I saw the. You can't hear me?
You breaking up a little bit.
Yeah, I watched the Badu fight and that fight, but I wound up falling asleep on the Tank fight. I mean, I haven't seen the fight yet, so I can't make my predictions on it. But I don't know really what happened.
I
So
mean, it's more about Crawford telling Tank to stay away from Vasil and from Devin Haney, and then the rest of
okay.
and then the rest of the
Oh, well,
world
I
start.
got Tank.
Go
I
ahead.
got Tank beating Devin Haney. So I mean, that's just my opinion on it.
Oh yeah,
I don't like I
without
said.
watching yesterday's fight, huh?
Without watching yesterday's fight, so I mean, I go back and watch the fight, might change my opinion on it, but I still think Tank will beat Devin Haney. Lomachenko, I don't know, he might be another different fight on another different level. I don't know yet, but I gotta watch the fight and make my own prediction on that. So
All
I mean,
right.
that's my take on it, and that's my call.
JT, man, you got some spotty internet today though. CYP close us out. I think that's everybody. Yep, CYP close us out, man.
Yo, for everybody who agree with the hype shit, I feel you because you smart. The people who don't agree with it, Mike Tyson's best punch was that motherfucking uppercut. Bing. Take best punch is that motherfucking uppercut. Bing. You got to get close as fuck to a man to hit him with that fucking uppercut. Bing. If that motherfucker taller than you, hitting you with that jab and that straight 1-2, he gonna be binging your ass. Tank got issues with that height. I do wish him luck though at the same time. Don't be in fucking denial. And Crawford, you shouldn't have said nothing. Because now you're gonna have people trying to come with your motherfucking head and I'll fuck with you. But this time, I'm not fucking with you. CYP out. Good show.
Yo, Ness.
Where are you? Who's that? J Matt?
Yeah, you didn't get my second call.
Go for it. Hold on
Yeah,
one moment, all right? Hold on one moment. Civilian 11, you have to press 1, man. I see you in the super chat saying, does your number show private? I don't even see you. Have you pressed 1? All right, now I see you. 678, I got you, all right? J-Mac, go for it.
Yeah, I don't know why people not letting Tank get his critiquing because he's starting to step up in that light, and when that light starts shining on you, and especially how you carrying yourself, especially how you making comments about people post fight, like somebody fighting like a girl, somebody ain't special. That when somebody watching you fight, you're not gonna get the same critique. I don't get that. And Tank is not above approach. He's not above critiquing. I saw what I saw last night in the fight, and looking at him, regardless to how tall he is, regardless to his height, Tank he needs to be focusing on himself, making weight, becoming a student of the sport and stuff like that. He got this fame, he got this buzz going behind him, but he looking very Adrian Bronish, and it's funny that they friends and shit like that. Missing weight, the way he looked in that fight, regardless to what y'all want to say, he struggled with a 38-year-old who been knocked out 16 times in his career, and looked like he had did something knocked out. I'm sorry, knocked down 16 times in his career, and looked like he had a foot injury in there. So I don't get it, but he's gonna get his critique, and like I said, he stays his ass away for Teofimo because Teofimo stops him. Devin Haney outboxes him, and whoever you want to put Tank in, and he's not ready for Lomachenko. I don't think mentally and strategically he can set himself up to make a fight like that and make it happen. That's my call.
Well, all right. Let me see. We have Civilian 11.
Yeah, man. Again, thanks again for the show. I went to the fight last night.
Thank you for the super chat, Jen.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I was at the fight last night, man. I'm so happy that it was a success. So hopefully we can have more fights here in Atlanta. And it was a ton of casual fans there, and everybody seemed like they were into it. Especially that Badu Jack Pascal fight. I mean, that shit was crazy. But one thing I will say is I do agree with the decision. We were right behind the floor seats, and we could see damn near everything. And Badu Jack was missing a lot of shots. So I do agree with that decision. But Davis, I mean, in my opinion, just like the last call, I think he's going the Broner route. I respect Broner. As a man, he seems like he's great as a father. But, man, I've lost a lot of money with Broner in the past. And I just see Davis taking that same route, And that's my call.
Civilian 11, all right. Thank you. Enjoy your morning. We're going out to a new caller in the 314. New caller in the 314. Who's this?
What's up, man? It's McCoy, man. Real McCoy.
Real McCoy, can you get off speaker, champ?
All right. Let me get you off speaker here, man.
St. Louis, right?
My bad. I'm at work. Yeah, that's it. St. Louis, baby. You know what we brought. Hey, man, I got a couple points here. I want to talk about Tank, his response. Why he always responding to black fighters and Crawford? What is his real agenda behind saying something to Tank when you just ducked Porter and Garcia. I mean, I'm trying to find the meanings behind that shit, and because people talk about Floyd all the time, but the thing of it, Floyd took fights when he was the B-side. He took them and embarrassed whoever the fuck he was going. You know what I mean? So that's my call. Peace.
Real McCoy, thanks for calling in. Jay, Colorado, talk to us.
Hey, what's up, Ness? I just hopped on. What we talking about today? Lomachenko and Tank.
We talking about Terence Crawford telling Tank to stay away from Lomachenko. But look, I'm going to go to Checkmate Boxing, come right back to you, man. Get your shit together. And I don't mean that negatively at all. I'm just saying, giving you time to get your thoughts together. Checkmate Boxing, talk to us.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Perfectly today.
Yeah, hey, I was on Blog Talk. You act like you ain't see me in the queue. So anyway,
You
but
ain't
I want to
press
say
one.
this.
You ain't press one. But you know what? You should always call in here because I'm going to be honest with you. If you go back and listen to all your calls on Blog Talk, you always popping on Blog Talk. It's always like real staticky and poppy. You call here, you sound phenomenal, man. Like, I want to listen to you here.
Okay, cool. I want to tell all the people who's hating on Tank to have a nice piping hot cup of shut the fuck up. First of all, the man, I gave him a C. He gave himself a C plus. I gave him a C for his performance, but he dominated still. So this is the mark of greatness. This man was on. He didn't even get out of first gear, and he dominated. Like, who does that? He won every round. I gave the guy one round, which was the seventh round. Other than that, it was a lackluster performance, but he still dominated. That says a lot because Teofimo, when he fought the Japanese guy, he looked horrible. Loma looked horrible 3 of his last 4 fights. Terence Crawford got knocked down in his last fight, and he didn't look good there. And he also didn't really look that good against Benavidez. So all these people who are saying and looking at him and judging him, they want to put him on his high pedestal, but then they don't want to give him the credit. So it was a lose-lose situation. There's no way he could win that fight because the media had already sucked the air out of it, talking about, Gamboa ain't do this. Gamboa only had 2 losses, but Tank is a bona fide star. They're coming out for the event. They came out to see him. They didn't care who he was fighting. Same in Baltimore. We still don't know the name of the guy who's fighting in Baltimore, but he's putting 14,000 people in stands. They came to see him. This is that Mike Tyson thing that's going to start bubbling for Tank. And it's a beautiful thing. So it wasn't his best performance, but he still dominated. Give the man his credit. And hey, he definitely needs that discipline. You know, he needs to stay in the gym.
Cut it.
Good call, Checkmate. Nice and clear, too, man. You really should think about only using Skype, champ. Remember, you want to Skype in. Add Nestor Gibbs on Skype. Be part of the conversation. We're going to go back to Jay in Colorado. Jay, talk to me.
Yeah, man. So we got to remember that these dudes are still young. Like, Tank's just 25. Terence Crawford said Tank ain't ready for them, but, like, we just saw showings of dudes like Teofimo, Devin Haney, now Tank, like Teofimo with the Asian dude. They said he didn't handle him like he should. Then he came out the next fight versus Richard Comey. And then Devin Haney, his last fight on that undercard of the KSI thing, they thought Devin Haney was about to handle that dude, but that dude took Devin Haney into pretty deep waters. Like, that was a tough fight. Same thing with this Gamboa fight. We need to take it fight by fight. We don't know what's going to happen until these dudes get in the ring, but I think Tank is up there. Like, he's going to, like I said last night, he's going to be one of the ones that take down Lomachenko. Now, Devin Haney, he's a different monster. Like, I feel like, because a lot of people like to compare to Floyd because Floyd's the greatest. Nobody's on Floyd's level, but if anybody is, Devin Haney's close to that. And he'll present some problems to Tank. You feel me? How much time I got left, man?
Give me a sec here. Let me see. About 20 seconds.
Yeah, but like I was looking at the fight last night, we just need to give Crawford credit for that Gamboa win because Gamboa, he was super tough. Nobody gave him any credit. Everybody thought he was washed. How Crawford handled Gamboa when he fought him,
Tank didn't handle him the same way, and we just need to give Crawford more credit for being that type of fighter that figures out every fighter. Because no matter what, we see Crawford figure out a fighter. So yeah, let's give Crawford that credit. Let's stop being so hard on these guys.
Jay in Colorado, thanks for calling in. Listen, anyone calling in on Blog Talk, you have to press 1. Press it one time, and I know you're in the queue like someone from the 757 just did. So now I know he's in the queue. That gives me the know-how to go and check who it is. I look, and it tells me that it's O from VA. So we say, oh, in VA, what it do? Buenos dias.
What's going on, man? What's going on with you?
What up?
Oh man, cooling. Yeah, I wanted to call in, to speak on, Gervonta. Like I said, I thought it was a good 12 round. Like I said, he probably wasn't in the best shape, but he did good. You know what I'm saying? He got to build the man up. You know what I'm saying? Like people, like I understand where Bud Crawford is coming from in regards to maybe his next fight shouldn't be, like a Lomo. You know what I'm saying? But to me, I thought it was a good, solid performance. You can't knock everybody else out. Man. You need them rounds. You need to be able to get in there, and the person just the first punch you hit them with, they fall over and all that stuff. So I think going rounds, it builds character. Like I said, the boxing fans, they want the knockouts, but like a person like him, he needs them rounds. A 12-round victory, a solid victory. He went to the body. He threw a one combination. We threw a jab to the body, and then he came up with the right hand. Or I think we doing everything in the southpaw, but he went to the body, then came up with the right to the head. You know what I'm saying? So it's the little things. You know what I'm saying? Like people that know boxing, you want to look for the little things that he's doing in there. He was doing pull counters. He was doing like the things you want to see a fighter build up. So when he gets to that elite level, he can pull them tricks out the bag against, like I said, your Lomos and the different people that's up at that 135. So I thought it was a good, solid performance. But
Oh, VA, thanks for calling in. We're going out to a new caller. Could be Kansas City. 213, first time caller.
Yo, what up?
First time caller?
Yes, sir.
Can you get off speakerphone, champ?
Ladies and gentlemen, making his professional debut.
Let us know your name and where you're calling from.
My name's Dre, man. I'm calling from Cali.
From where?
Cali.
Yo, champ, you definitely got to get off speaker. We can't hear you, man.
All right, let me see if I can fix it for you.
We're going to come right back to you, all right?
Yo, can you hear me now?
Yeah, hell yeah. Now we can hear you.
All right, for sure, man. Yeah, man, I just want to speak on, man, on Tank, man.
What you say your name was?
Man, my name's Dre, man, out of Cali.
Jay out of Cali.
Better not duck me, son.
My bad. Pardon me. Go for it.
All right. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, man. With the thing about Tank is, man, I heard somebody speak on his height and everything, man. Man, that dude, man, his skill set, his defense, ain't nobody said nothing about his defense. The man is hard to hit. You know what I mean? He's not one out there that take a lot of punishment. You know what I mean? They got to think about that. In boxing, the object of the fight is not to get hit and knock the other opponent's head off. And that's what Tank is. He's an expert at that. You know what I mean? All that other stuff in between the lines and all that stuff, man, when it comes to boxing, is hit and not get hit. And Tank is an expert at that, man. His size is short. He's short, stocky. You know what I mean? All his punches, they packed a lot of punch. You know what I'm saying? A lot of power. And a lot of fighters, they ain't going to be able to take that power. You know what I mean? And he's crafty. He'll be able to get in there and land those punches when he needs to. But his defense is what I'm really most impressed about. You know what I mean? I'm just ready to see him fight a taller fighter. You know what I mean? So he can show these dudes that his defense is up there. You know what I mean? It's one of the best. And I think he can handle Lomo. I think he can handle Lomo, man, with no problem, man. You know, every fight is a different fight. You're fighting a different animal, different beast. You know, so you
you're gonna do different things. Gonna be differently, and every fighter match up differently. Just like in any other sport, you know what I mean. You may have an undefeated team go up against a team that's lost every game, but it's any given Sunday. And it's just like in that ring, man. You know what I mean? Skill set is definitely plays a part, but at the same time, man, that boy got so much heart, man, and he's willing to get in there and bang with him. There's a lot of fighters that ain't ready to bang. Tank gonna get in there, hit bang. I think he'll take a couple punches.
Thank you for calling in, champ. We got you down. So Jay and Cali, next time you call in, we will address you by name. We're going out to Juan in the Bronx.
Yo, what's good, Ness?
What up, what up?
Yo, I don't know why nobody's addressing. Yo, bro, you're talking loud. Yo, I don't know why everybody's not mentioning the fact that this guy's been handicapped for like 10 plus rounds and stuff. Like, he was trying to quit that one round. We all saw where he was rubbing on his feet. We had I don't know if that was the referee. I forgot who else was rubbing on his feet.
The referee.
Like, he was about to bounce. I thought that fight was done after that. Gamboa was looking for a way out. Hello, let me just get the medium 6 and 6. Actually 2 and a wake up rabbit. Sorry, Ness. And so yeah. After that, Gamboa looked like he wanted to quit, but then he realized. Yep. Then he realized that he was about to quit or whatnot, and then he saw it as like pay-per-view. Yep, it's pay-per-view. So he was like, nah, I can't quit. And basically, fight kept going on. I thought Gamboa was gonna. I thought Gervonta was gonna knock him out the next round, but it didn't happen. But anyway, that's my call.
Huang, man, thanks for calling in, baby. True BXer right there, man. He all in the bodega or in the colmado. Definitely ordering some breakfast or something up in there, man. Thanks for calling in. Let's see. We going to Edward in Alabama, man. What it do? Good morning.
What's up, fam? Appreciate you getting up early on Sunday, man.
No problem.
But keeping it 100, man. I mean, I don't know how I feel about Gervonta, man. I personally, and I because it's gonna make me feel like I'm a hater or something. This is something about I don't like the dude, man. He's just fucking weird. But for Crawford, man, just shut up, man. I don't understand why people have to. That's what Crawford. I think what I as a boxer and stuff, I respect him as a person. I notice he don't rock with the black people to begin with. He's just weird, man. Just shut your mouth and let this young kid do his thing. You a 30-something, like, it's like me talking about some fucking dude that's 28 years old. Like, you're a grown-ass man. Where are you having something salty to say about the young kid? Okay, struggle with somebody. To be honest, we know Gervonta doesn't do good with boxers. He did pretty decent last night. But there's a flaw in his game, and I don't know what it is. There's a reason why Mayweather ain't putting him in there with certain people. I don't know if he can beat Lomachenko. I know he got power and stuff, but you got to be able to deliver it. Not everybody is Deontay Wilder. So as far as that goes, like I said, and like I said, Gamboa got heart, man. It's just his chin is garbage, and it just puts him in such a bullshit position. And like I said, we always talk about people always want to call Errol Spence a weight bully. Terence Crawford was way bigger than Gamboa when they fought. He is a bigger dude, so it's not like you can make the comparison. Gervonta is actually really a small little guy. He's just not disciplined, and the motherfucker should be fighting at 130. That's my call, man. I appreciate you guys.
Edward, man, I don't know that it's a thing that Crawford doesn't rock with black fighters. I think it's a thing he don't fuck with Tank, and that's why I brought this up earlier in my opening statement, and I'm showing right now on YouTube once again old Twitter beef between them from last year to this, like literally December 29th, 2018. They went at it. Now, I smoked too much to remember if this was coming off a Crawford fight, which probably, because he fights in December, right? I don't know. I'm not going to Google it anyway. The point is, they've been beefing. They've been watching each other fights and commentating on each other fights. And Tank is not he's not free from criticism, because remember, he called Wilder what the fuck? He said Wilder fight like a girl, like a schoolgirl or some shit. He said like that. So like when you open that door, man, everybody gonna rush through it. Everybody gonna rush through it. All right, that's everybody, man. We got the everybody. See y'all later. Alligator SGT on Instagram and Twitter. And also, don't forget, you can catch us at 7 p.m. We're going to do an entire review show of all this weekend's fights and any other news and notes. Okay, someone jumping in right there. They don't want me to go. And I got some super chats to read. You know what? So we're around here for a little bit longer. Thank you for that super chat, love. Let me see who's calling in. Mark in the Bronx. Talk to us.
What up, what up, Ness? My bad, I forgot to press one, but thanks for the content this morning. But I gotta give Calvin Ford. He had the Train of the Year quote, man. You could tell he was getting a little frustrated how things were going.
I heard it, bro. Oh my God, are you talking about when he said, "Yo, when I tell you go to the
penitentiary, you need to get on your penitentiary game and start, just put it in them." You know what I'm saying? Right. That was ill, man. Calvin Ford, that's my guy. But I also think the Crawford thing. I think correct me if I'm wrong. Did Tank say like, yo, if I knock out Gamboa earlier than Crawford, I should be in the top 3 or top 5? I thought I maybe saw that that tweet or something.
I don't know.
I thought maybe correct me if I'm wrong. I thought I saw that quote. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe that's maybe that threw a little more fire.
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know, but I'll tell you this: right before the fight, Crawford diminished Gamboa anyway. His tweet before the fight, his tweet before the fight was straight diminished Crawford. Gamboa. Let me read it. Let me pull it up while you talk.
Because I thought I saw maybe it was on the
look. His tweet before the fight at 11 was, "I got tanked by KO. Gamboa haven't been the same since he fought this guy from Omaha." But y'all know that already.
Right. But I think maybe a couple of weeks ago, or maybe a week
I don't know, man.
Before the fight,
it's
I
like
thought
I'm saying.
Saw Gamboa.
But it's like I'm saying, I already showed on the screen. They got old beef from last year. I think this is just something that's been going on, and we don't really pay attention to it. And now it's coming to light.
Right. Yeah, man. But just hope take his training. You just stay in the gym, bro. Just stay in the gym, B. Stay in the gym. And we just want to see these big fights. I agree. I don't want to see Santa Cruz. I don't want that hope.
Yeah, me
neither. I wouldn't mind seeing Gary Russell move up, but we know we never gonna get that. So,
but we might end up getting Santa Cruz on the strength of, they probably thought he was going to do a little bit better. So Santa Cruz don't punch. Even though he didn't get hit. I mean, Gamboa hit him with like 2 shots that I can remember that was decent. You know what I mean? That I don't know, that looked it okay. Let me get to these super chats real quick, man, because I appreciate that. We got Big Shock to God. A KO win is a KO win. Crawford fans sound suspect. Who your man gonna fight? Thank you for the super chat, love, man. Sunday. Definitely appreciate that. You know what I mean? Get some flapjacks or something, right? Well, let's see who else we got on the line. Man, we got callers, man. Bring them out. 850. Who's that? Oh, new caller. Okay. Looking like DC. No. Oh, no, I'm in the wrong. No. That's not DC. Let me see here. That's Connecticut. And it still's a new caller. All right. First time caller in Connecticut? First time caller?
Man, shout out TBV, man. Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, first time caller?
Yeah, first time caller, long time listener. I'm a Patreon member too, man.
Oh, shit. What's your name, brother?
Shit, I forgot what it's on. My name's Dane, though, but everybody talking. I'm going to be real quick, man.
What's your name?
Lomachenko could beat Tank. Dame. Yeah, there you go. But everybody talking about Lomachenko could beat Tank, man. But it seems like everybody forget Lomachenko got a loss. Or they forgot about that.
I mean, people evolve after losses. You either get better or worse.
Man, Luke Campbell put hands on that man.
I mean, Luke Campbell's an Olympian.
That was a tight fight.
Luke Campbell's an Olympian. Listen. Luke Campbell's an Olympian. He's younger than Gamboa. He's taller than Gamboa. He's longer than Gamboa. Better reach than Gamboa. A natural 135-pounder. What Gamboa is not.
Well, Gamboa was doing some dirty tricks in that fight last night, man. Come on, bro. Like, you weren't trying to take Tank out, bro. He was going for Tank legs and shit.
I mean, yo,
he was holding on the whole fight.
Hey, that's a crafty veteran, man. You got to be able to take care of crafty veterans. I see Crawford when Gamboa tried to hold Crawford. What Crawford do? Hit his ass like in the back of the neck, send him face first to the ground. Think about it. Face first to the ground with that right hand.
With y'all, man, because I put money on the stoppage between 1 through 6. I lost my money. I'm kind of mad at you.
And listen, and I thought it was going to be 1 through 6 because guess what? Gamboa coming into this fight had 14 knockdowns in his career and was stopped once or twice already. Once by an elite level fighter in Crawford. The other time was by Robin Castellano. Like, yesterday I said elite and ain't nobody question me on it, but Castellano is an elite. You know what I'm saying? And he beat the brakes off Gamboa. So I mean, look, Gamboa's short, man. Gamboa's short, but I'm gonna get to some other calls. Gamboa's short, bro. He belongs at 126. But he too big. That's where he started his career. That's where he was great at. That's where he beat the brakes off of Orlando Solido, the same dude that beat up Vasil and made it all tough for Vasil. Well, that dude got beat up and dropped a couple times. Even though that was a good fight. You should go back and watch that fight, anybody. Yeah, you know, even though it was a good fight, like Gamboa took care of that back then. But the issue is he moved up, man. He moved up. He can't be moving up sometimes, man. It's so funny because how boxing has changed now. This is the time of boxers moving up so they could get on this pound for pound list, which is a fake ass list anyway, right? Because back in the day, like Ponce de Leon, how many times he moved up, man? My man just stood in his division and banged. What's wrong with hanging in your division and reigning? Like what Tevin Farmer doing. He don't never gotta move up. He don't never gotta move up. He a champion. You don't like him, beat him. He can make the weight, so it's great. Why he gonna move up? He gonna move up to chase Tank to be out his element, to not be, you know, the same fighter he should be? Nah, man. You know, back in the day, fighters stood in their division. Yeah, you know, Leonard moved up and a couple of these guys moved up, but you were respected for staying in your division and cleaning it the fuck out and reigning in your division. Like, that was a thing. Now it's not. Now it's just like, whatever. Let's win a title. Let's not defend it. Let's vacate it. Let's become franchise champion. Let's get a regular belt, an interim belt. Let's get a silver, a diamond, an emeritus. Man, get the fuck out of this shit. Crazy. I'm telling you, I watch shit change. And I ain't even that old. It's ridiculous. New caller in LA. 323, first time caller.
Malapi.
Malapi, what it do?
Malapi, yes sir. I'm from San Diego, California, man. Hey, I just wanted to speak up on Terence Crawford talking about, you know, Tank. You know, a lot of these old ass fighters, man, you know, they need to give Tank his credit. You know what I mean? And they're just too busy criticizing Tank and stuff like that, man. In my opinion, Tank, he moved up in a weight class. You know, that was his first time in a weight class, and he did. In my opinion, he did good. You know, Crawford, he just needs to go sit down somewhere, man. You know, I'm a fighter myself. You know, Crawford just a hitter. He's just a hitter, if you ask me, man. You know, he don't like black fighters.
Damn, I mean, he was out there supporting Hooker. His stablemates is all black. Jamal Herron is black. Steve Nelson is black. Robert Brand is black.
Yeah. Why he's not?
You mean he don't like PBC fighters? You mean he don't like PBC fighters? Say it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he don't like. I mean, he just didn't give him his credit. You know what I mean? And then you know, he's talking about he needs to stay away from Haney and stuff and Lomachenko. I think I think he'll rock Danny Haney his world, man. He'll knock that little dude out, man.
We'll see, man. We'll see. We got a super chat from Cito Ramos. I think he's right here in New Jersey. Shout out Cito. I think he wants to join Border Wars too. Cito, you actually want to fight at 130, and Juan wants to fight at 130. Holla at me, man. I told y'all, hit me up on Instagram, NestGTL. Let's make that fight. Let's make Border Wars even greater. Crawford had problems with his last fight. So I guess the same to him. Stay away from Spence or Porter. Shots fired. Yo, let's see. We got New York in the building. Who's this? This is Pablo in New Jersey with the Bronx number. What it do, champ?
What up, man? How you doing, Ness?
All good.
This is a great idea, this morning show after. Anyway, listen, I was watching the fight yesterday. I bet against Davis because I felt like Gamboa, although he's a little bit older and has a lot of wear and tear, I thought he was going to give him some problems. And the fact that he fought with a guy for 10 rounds with a bad Achilles, as soon as it happened, I knew it was something wrong, and he decided to fight. He wanted to quit, and that's when I was like, something's definitely wrong. And everybody talks about Davis's power. He went 12 rounds, and he landed a lot of good shots and didn't knock him out. Granted, it took a while, but he got the job done. But he did it with a guy that really couldn't put forth 100% effort. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know why people are giving Davis so much credit. I really can't say nothing about this fight because he got in there with a guy that really couldn't give it his all. And nobody's talking about that. Everybody's talking about Davis is great in this and he did fantastic. Nah, man, he got in there with a guy that really couldn't do much with it. None of those punches that he threw
I think they saying the same thing though. I think the argument's the same because they saying, well, he had a guy with one leg and couldn't get him out of there quicker than 12. So they saying the same thing. They just ain't saying it the way you want.
True. Okay. But I'm just saying, man, this fight is a W, but everybody's going to remember it. For me, anyway, I'm going to remember as a guy that he got in there with that couldn't really give his performance. I thought Gamboa was going to do something with him. But after that, hopefully
you can remember that. That's the thing. Because, yo, we fickle, man. As boxing fans, we fickle, we talk shit today, then he come out like, look at Pascal, bruh. We was calling Pascal, now all of a sudden Pascal back in another fight. He turned the Marcus Brown into one into two, now two into a third fight. Bruh, boxing, that's why, listen, it's hard, man. It's hard. But, and what I mean by hard is it's hard to get it right. The right way, because there's so many different, like split decision, majority decision, unanimous decision, TKO, RTD, UD. I mean, what the fuck? So many ways that it could happen, and that's why it's simpler just saying Tank gonna win. But then you got to watch the fight and see how's he gonna win. How good did he do? How good is he really? But I think he's good, man. I think he did good. The issue is that we're in the world of not only what have you done for me lately, but comparison. It's a comparison, bro, because this is a competitive sport. Like, people hating on Crawford, they y'all going overboard. Y'all saying, he don't like black fighters. Nah, man, it's a competitive sport. So you out here about to use the dude I fought to build your name. People, and I know he hear people, because he said it in his interviews, like, people talk about Gamboa like he was done. And he like, he had a world title or he had a fight at 35. He defends Gamboa, right? So it's a competitive thing. It's like, damn, now he finds somebody I fought. How good he gonna do? Listen, take it down to Borders Wars, dude. I fought a dude, then Cruz fought a dude, and you worry about that shit. Like, damn, he did better than me? What people saying? You know what I mean? That's just part of the beast. Part of the beast, but no one is free from criticism, man. No one is free from criticism. Let's go out to Texas.
BoxingVoice.com. When I was locked up in county jail, I thought the Southside was gonna fight. I knocked out the Southside. Teardrop.
BoxingVoice.com. What you got to say about that, Deontay? What you got to say
Hold on a second.
Man, the fight. Ness, what's up, man?
Morning, champ.
Good morning. The fight was not what I expected. Yuriorkis Gamboa definitely has a ton of heart. We all knew that. Snapped his Achilles in round 2. I thought it was just his shoe. And then one of Team Texas, I think it was Cruz, had mentioned possibly he had ruptured his Achilles, bro. That's crazy. And how Davis couldn't get that man out of there is beyond me. But, hey, he's supposed to be the next Mayweather. I don't see it with that tank, with the gas tank he had last night. I don't think he trained properly. It seemed like a Lomachenko or even a Haney would beat him. You know, they have better tanks. Haney's got that pop in his punch that could possibly stop Davis, and Lomachenko's just too fast, and his tank's too good. I think he technically beats him. And I think Farmer beats him too. He's talked about how he wanted to go back down to 130. He said 130 and 135 he can do. If he goes back down to 130, he's going to have to see Tevin. He's going to have to do that. That's the fight I want. I mean, if you ask me, I've wanted that fight for at least a year. Their beef has been pretty good to sit back and relax to and to enjoy.
Donnie.
Yeah, man. Big up Ness. Big up TBV. Don't know.
What up?
Yeah. Quick call. Birmingham, UK. Yeah, I watched the fight last night. Still, it was a big fight. I can't lie. Couple things still. I feel like Tank. Yeah, I don't feel like the power carried through to that new weight. I mean, I don't see it, man. Like, yeah, he's got the skills. He's got it all. You know what I'm saying? But like someone said it earlier, his height. Yeah. And plus, he's not training right. Obviously, something ain't going right with his training. You know what I'm saying? He can't be coming in like overweight on your debut. That's just a bit mad. You know what I'm saying? So he needs to start taking the thing more serious. Yeah, and his skills will take him far. But right now, I don't think he needs to go anywhere near Lomachenko, Devin Haney, any of those top guys at that weight. It just wasn't impressive. Gamboa. Big up to Gamboa, man. Held it, Achilles for that long. Like, I'm sorry, like, that's a mad thing. He's a soldier, and Tank should have really knocked him out earlier, still, in my opinion. But big up, though. He's got the skills. Just needs to work harder, I think. And that's my call.
All right, champ. Thanks for calling in, brother. Appreciate the call. As always, even stood under the time, my friend. Let's go out to...
I used to get it in Ohio.
Yo, man. Ness, you killing it, bro. You've been coming with some fire lately. Just got to say that before I get into my call.
Thank you, brother.
But yo, man, to me, it's very simple. So the one thing I'm going to say is I don't think anybody said this name so far this morning. I think Teofimo would kill Gervonta right now because Gervonta has no discipline. Like, when Teofimo struggled with the Asian kid he fought right before Comey, it was the Asian kid was a live body. I mean, Gervonta had a dead man walking in front of him and couldn't get rid of him until around 12. And it all came down to lack of discipline. He didn't have a tank to finish this dude. And it all comes down to him. Even his trainer was implying like, Davis wasn't that focused when it came to cutting weight. His trainer said it. So his trainer mentioned all 5 of my other fighters made weight. Tank is the only one of my fighters that didn't make weight. And that's on Tank, bro. We got to stop trying to support cats who just don't deserve the support, man. And that's my call.
Jay Will, man, thanks for calling in. Ohio, stand up. We going out to DH in the Bay. Talk to me.
What's up with it?
What up? Good morning.
Oh man, I just want to say thank you for the show.
Thank
Always
you.
coming with that fire. I just want to say I agree with you about the Crawford thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like I don't see why he going on Twitter just hating. It's crazy because it seems like to me it's not the black fighter. I think he just hating on the PBC fighters. You know what I'm saying? And if you're gonna be, I just don't get why you on Twitter talking about stay away when that's the same problem people have with you is you staying away from PBC fighters. But you know what I'm saying? He's getting his money, so on ESPN, so you can't hate on that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at you getting your money, but you chose to do that. So if you have that mentality to tell other fighters to stay away, you're doing the same thing yourself, staying away. You know what I'm saying? So stop worrying about the PBC. Stop hating on Tank. You know what I'm saying? Get your money just like he getting his money. You know what I'm saying? And that's it.
Well, all right, brother. Thanks for calling in. We got new caller in the 215. Who's this? 215.
What's up?
What's up? What's your name, brother?
What's up? Jesse.
Jesse, where you calling in from?
From Philly. Yeah, Philadelphia.
Talk to us, Jesse.
Man, it's just disappointing, you know. I think I expected more from Tank because he got the skills, but he just didn't use them right. You know, he says he has defense and he has all this stuff, but we ain't see it. And that's just what kind of sucks is like we was expecting more. Especially with somebody that was hurt, like a leg injury, like that's not good. You can't get him out of there. That's not a good look. Somebody that has zero chin.
But he did get him out of there.
He did. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He knocked him down, but you would expect him to. I thought he was a bigger finisher than that. Like if it was, I feel like Devin Haney is a better closer, just from what I've seen in the last better fights. He would have got him out of there in probably a better fashion. When you see a guy hurt like that, you would expect somebody to, especially if you have power and you know you have power, you would expect them to jump right on him. His combos, I thought he was going to come out with like more combos or something, but it was the same punches. It's just basically no improvement. Like he looks the same since when we first seen him almost, since like Pedraza. It's always been the same skill set. I haven't seen nothing different. And he can't take that same skill set when he's fighting these elite people. It's not going to work. I thought it was at first. I was like, oh, he's getting better. You know, this guy could take out Loma, but now it's like, I don't know if he can. You know, it's the same thing with Tio. Tio proved us wrong. You know, he was like, okay, he got Comey out of there. He's getting better. That's more improvement. Same thing with like Ryan Garcia. You see improvement every fight. You know what I'm saying? Like he's up and coming.
Cut it.
Black John on Skype. Talk to me.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. It's raining out here, man, so hopefully it doesn't go bad on me. Shout out Ness. Shout out TBV. I thought it was a good card last night. I thought, Tank's, lack of stamina really hurt him, or maybe cutting away really hurt that in the end. But going forward, man, I'm not sure what people really want, because if he don't fight a better name, a big name, people are going to say he's doing what he's been doing and fight nobodies. And if he takes a step down and fight a nobody, they're just going to keep shitting on him the same way. So, I mean, I don't know, man. I just hope he keeps stepping up, keeps getting better. Hopefully he can get more discipline. Maybe have to go back to Cunningham, because that weight thing is, unacceptable. But when it comes to me, man, boxing is fucking hard, bro. You know what I'm saying? I was an amateur, and there was no way I could be a pro, because it's a tough lifestyle, man. So when it comes to these fighters and what they do in the ring, what they do out of the ring, I just give them respect, man. And so hopefully you guys can start doing that going forward, man, because they're doing what we can't do. So, again, man, Ness, thanks for doing this every day, man. I appreciate you, man. Y'all have a good one.
Black John, man, thank you for calling in. Looks like we got a new caller in the 609. 609. Talk to me.
Yes, this is Tamika from New Jersey.
Tamika, how are you?
I just wanted to say that
I'm doing good today. Thank you. I tuned into the fight last night. I think that Tank is a very talented young fighter, and I think he does have the potential to be the next big superstar of boxing. I just feel like he has to fine tune a couple things in the area of discipline, making weight and just focusing. And, he has a lot of potential. I was hoping that Badu Jack would have got the win. I'm a Badu Jack fan. He turned up in the last round, but I was hoping he would have kept that same energy throughout. But it's all good, though. Maybe the next one.
Tamika, thank you for calling in. We got you down, so we will address you the next time by name. Once again, thanks for calling in. New Jersey, stand up, my hometown state. There you go. We're going to head on out to Seattle.
Mr. PBC, baby. BoxingWords.com.
I'm the flyest. Canelo talking about he believe he can win. Go to my kitchen, get the sharpest knife, and cut the bullshit out. I don't care what you do good. I do every fucking thing great.
Mr. PBC, baby.
Man, what's good, y'all? Good morning.
Good
I
morning.
know Floyd Mayweather's hella fucking pissed about Badu Jack and his performances he does. All this shit. It's like, fuck. It's the third fight I've done watch this dude never step on the gas. He stays on the fucking cruise control all the way through the end of the fight. And then when he finally gets something, he'll turn up for 5 minutes. It's just ridiculous, man. I had Badu Jack winning, but it's like he can barely do shit. It's like weird. But Gervonta Davis, he did a good job as Gamboa was holding like a bitch. I mean, he was getting real sloppy. Gamboa looked real weird that whole night, but he did what he did, I guess, to survive. I still, have respect for Gervonta Davis. I think he still did a good job. Yeah, really, that's it. PBC, this one right here, I don't know. I'm not really enjoying that fight last night.
All right.
Just a letdown.
Quick super chat from BM32. You wasn't saying that when they forced Rigo to move up. I don't know who he talking about. I mean, I was happy Rigo moved up. Because I never thought highly of Lasil. Like, I'm still picking Devin Haney to beat him. I picked motherfucking Salido to beat him. I'm on record for that. I thought Gary Russell was going to beat him. I ain't bought into the hype. When Linares puts you down, when my man listen, I just talked about Gamboa at 26 beating the brakes off Salido. Mikey also beat the brakes, even though that fight got rough as hell for Mikey. They both got rough for both guys. I'm not trying to say it was a walk in the park for them, but they did fucking way better. They knocked down Salido multiple times, and they did way better than fucking Vasil. And Vasil couldn't do that with Salido. And then Gary Russell fight, that shit wasn't like, I don't know, man. Gary Russell, I believed in Gary Russell. I picked Gary Russell, but then Gary, after the fight talking about I was in a sauna, I had to cut weight, all this crazy shit. Then after that, it was just a bunch of bullshit after that Gary Russell fight. Just all bullshit. Everybody to me is bullshit. Mariaga, moving him up in weight. Bullshit. Nicholas Walters. Going to find Nicholas Walters. He was under some tree in Jamaica toting it up like a motherfucker. When they came and got him, I was rolling up, man. Get the fuck out of here. After that fight, he went back under the tree to smoke. Get the hell out of here. Bruh, look at his resume. I'm telling you, he ain't take that fucking Devin Haney fight because Devin Haney a natural 135-pounder that sucks down to get to 35. His whole career been at 35.
90 seconds.
He tall, he long. You seen the problems he had with Pedraza and Luke Campbell? And and Linares. He ain't want that Haney smoke. Why? Not that he don't want it, but Haney don't represent the fight that Teofimo represents. We talk about that all the time. People talk about numbers don't matter, even though they know they fucking matter, and they question on Patreon is about numbers. You get one question, and you want to ask about numbers. When you the main person, let's not talk about numbers. I'm a fan. You ain't no fan on Patreon, huh? I see you. We ain't gonna say your name, but you and I know who we talking to. Okay? So cool. Skype, talk to me.
What's up, Nas?
What up?
Yeah, just chilling on this beautiful beach in Barbados.
Damn.
Listen.
Happy you, man. Lucky you.
Listen, man. Want to ask you a question. Do you think that Tank's power moved up to 35? Do you think he carried it up? Because
I mean, I
he
questioned
hit
it last
Gamboa
night,
last night
man.
with
I
some
questioned it.
shots.
Exactly. I questioned it last
10
night.
seconds.
Yeah, he hit him with some good shots, man. But dude won't go down. So I'm thinking like, hey,
I mean,
like
he did go
man,
down. He went down 3 times last night.
oh, you know what I mean? Knocked out, knocked out. So I was wondering, like, did his power carry up to 35? And on Terence Crawford, to be honest, he's a fighter, so he just called it as he saw it. So you can't really be mad at Terence in terms of if Tank could really get in there and really fight with the elite. You can't, from what I saw last night, man, I really don't think so. But it is what it is. We'll see how he goes with his fights further on. But yeah, that's my call.
All right, all right. Well, thanks for calling in. Really quick, we got Frank Warren, 9:30 a.m. Eastern, 2:30 p.m. UK, 6:30 California, 8:30 Central, Monday. Who else? We got Jesse Hart, Monday at 10. I think same show. We got Frank Smith, Matchroom Frank Smith, Eddie Hearn's boy. 7:30, I believe, p.m. Thursday. He's in Bali. Damn, must be nice. He in Bali for 2 weeks. Shout out to Frank Smith. That's going to be my new dude. See, this is what I'm saying. I respect that. You know what I'm saying? And you should respect that too, man. You tuned into the biggest fucking podcast when it comes to boxing. People can say what they want, and they could try and say the same exact thing I'm saying on their microphones and shit, but numbers don't fucking lie. You know what I mean? Nobody got more reviews than TBV.
Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie.
Especially not 5-star. Not HBO, not Showtime, none of them dudes. Not Chris Mannix, nobody. Fuck with all of them, though. That being said, fucking proud moment, man. That CEO, Frank Smith's a very important guy. He's going to conduct that interview all the way from Bali in the middle of his vacation and shit. So that's official. Frank Warren as well, he just announced a big fight. And he agreed to come on the show, personally. He gave me his number when I met him in Belfast, personally, obviously in Belfast when I was with Wilder. And I never text him till yesterday. I'm like, yo, it was me, the tall reporter that was with Wilder. I'm like, damn, what if his number changed? But nah, he agreed. We lining him up, man. We got a lot of stuff, a lot of interviews coming. And you can ask all those people that we are going to interview a question of your own on Patreon. Deontay Wilder's also coming. Should be sometime this week, I'm hoping. So you can ask him a question as well. Who else we got? Frank Warren, Frank Smith, Wilder, Jesse Hart, and we're working on Tiafimo, man. We're working on Tiafimo. But yeah, this week is a jam-packed week, man. So once again, just thank everybody that tunes in, everybody that calls in. And even the people that don't call in, that you've been listening for years, man, your support is greatly appreciated. I'm going to get to some more callers, and I'm going to pull up some reviews because we got like a ton of new reviews, like 14 new 5-star reviews, man. Thank you so much because I told you the other day we got that obnoxious UK 1-star review, hating on the sound quality of the callers and stuff like that. And of the sound bites, but I needed y'all to combat that, man, because damn, for every 1 star, we need to have 100 5-stars because the bigger we get, the easier those interviews get. And I got to reschedule Shelly. Remember, Shelly said let's do it weekly, so we got to talk to Shelly because there's a lot of questions to still be asked. You know what I mean? Frank, we're gonna have a great interview with Frank. I don't know what you guys have put in there yet to ask Frank, but. Remember, we can ask about that BT Sky Sports. Who's getting the pay-per-view? Dun dun dun. Oh damn, I didn't even have to do that because here goes the soundbite. That's right. So if you want to ask a question, you know where to go. Damn, Lid's low. I ain't even see you till now, even though I've been seeing you. I just never forgot to go. I forgot to go back to you. But look, man, I'm here, man. I'm rocking out. We started at 9. It's 11:30. You know I'm here. So Lid's low, Decatur, Georgia, talk to us.
Hey, what's happening, man? Everything good with you?
Everything good, man. Good morning.
Good stuff, good stuff. Yeah, man. Man, at the fight last night, everything was sweet, man. It was good crowd. Everybody showed out. But a lot of people after the match was saying, man, I'm just listening to conversations as I'm walking. And a lot of people like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he ready for Lomo. And, they don't think he ready for even David Haney. So there's a lot of people saying that. So it's going to be some good shit coming forward, man. Because, I thought it was a good fight, even though dude did hurt his leg, Gamboa. But we just thought, and like Tank knocked him down, and he was grabbing a lot. And Tank was giving it to him, but he just, I don't know, bro. He couldn't get him out of there. But yeah, we got some shit to see in 2020, man.
Well, all right, Les Low. Thanks for calling in.
Mr. Info Joe.
This portion of the show we call In the
Mr.
Know,
Info Joe.
presented by my brother.
Yo. Good morning, Ness.
Bueno dia. What up, champ?
Hey, good morning, TBV family. Yo, me like everybody else, man, I was expecting, I'm pretty sure that everybody that placed the bet lost a lot of money because I'm pretty sure everybody placed the bet for Tank to knock out Gamboa in under 6 or 7. And I was shocked myself, too. He's a great fighter, man. I'm going to say a good fighter for right now, but he does lack discipline. At least it seems like he shoots his load, and in the middle of rounds, he will slow down. And we know that Gamboa ain't got much pop, and I thought he was just going to run through him. I do believe Teofimo and Haney and Loma will give him a run for his money if he don't get disciplined. But at the same time, man, I don't know, how can you stay disciplined in Atlanta with all the women walking around with big old asses like that, man, in the hip-hop crowd, you know what I'm saying, that's down there. Yo, it's going to be hard. A lot of distractions down there, real facts. And shout out to Tamika from Jersey. Call back in. We need more female callers calling in. Peace. I give my take, the rest of my take later on tonight. Peace, family. Hit those thumbs up.
Joe, you the champ. Thanks for calling in. Let's check this thing here. Everybody. All right, we got Dom on a boomerang, right? Looks like you called back in. Or you Dom?
Yeah. Hey, what was that dude? I think his name is Darwin Price.
Yes. Yeah, but save that for later on, dog. I hear you though, man. We trying to stay on topic, but
No, I feel you. Okay, but everybody talking about Gervonta Davis, he's not ready for something, and then I think Terence Bud, Baby Boy, 25 Alive, Crawford said something, and we got to say the same thing about him. Crab and Lobsters almost had him falling, had him having a bad night. Worse than Gervonta Davis, I think. So I'm going to say the same thing for him. He needs to not fight Errol Spence and not fight Sean Porter. Obviously, he doesn't want the Sean Porter fight.
Mm-hmm.
So, and Danny Garcia. Come on, now. Stay away from those guys, Terence Bud Crawford. That's my call.
All right. Dom, thanks for calling in. Seattle, stand up. We're going out to Vista Links. Talk to me. Vista.
Oh.
Yo. Champ, you want?
Hello?
Yes, we talking to you.
Yeah. Oh, wow. I just got a call. What are you talking about? Are you talking about Crawford now? Or are you talking about...
Well, we're talking about Crawford telling Gervonta Davis to stay away from Vasil Lomachenko and Devin Haney. Plus, we're talking how everyone's calling Tank out now. Ryan wants some. Tevin wants some. You know.
Yeah, I'd like to see the Tevin one. To be honest, the Tevin one is looking good. It's been out. It's been cooking for well. It's been simmering for quite some time. I want to see that. I think for Lomachenko, I don't know if he's ready for him yet. It'll be a good fight. Don't get me wrong, but I just think he needs to work up on some things, like get his discipline right. You know, stay make weight consistently, and then I think yeah. If he's able to just stay disciplined, then Lomachenko fight, yeah, he'll probably be ready. But for now, maybe take on someone like Farmer. Haney, I think he'll do a job on Haney. I think Haney's dangerous, but you expect him to do a job on him. But for Lomachenko, it might just be a little bit touch too far at the moment. But I'm not saying he can't do nothing on him. But at his present state, you know, like against Gamboa, I saw the fight yesterday. It's quite good, but you know, probably against a more experienced fighter, maybe a bit more longer fighter, maybe he could have been in trouble. But it's a learning experience for him as well. He did what he had to do. Watching the press conferences as well last night, a bit of indiscipline as well, you know, seeing these boys making noise during the press conference, not good look as well. So a couple of things just needs to sort out. But other than that, you know, it's a decent fight, and yeah, enjoyed that as well. So that's my call, really.
All right. Well, thanks for calling in. Let me see here. Stainless, we never went to you on the Boomerang, but before we go to you, we got go to Florida.
El gran campeón puertorriqueño, this is Davis, Tito Trinidad.
You got any excuses tonight, Roy? Let's not ask questions like that. Let's touch the gloves and go to work. Tonight, Roy. Let's go to work.
Good morning. Well, good afternoon, actually, man. You've been at it for a few hours already, huh?
Yeah.
As usual, that's what's up. But hey, man, it was a good night of fights last night. That Badu Jack and Pascal fight was incredible, yo. That's like a late fight of the year candidate right there. And then Gamboa Davis, it was a good fight, man. It was a good scrap. Davis was, you know, he was disappointing. I think we got to remember, man, he's the young hot prospect. He's highly touted. He's like LeBron James. You know what I'm saying? LeBron can't go out there and drop 20 points. Everybody's gonna say he had a bad night, but for somebody else, that's, you know, you balling. So for Davis to go out last night and, you know, he got 3 knockdowns and he won damn near every round and he won by knockout. We know he didn't look that great. He was going for one punch all night, you know, just trying to land big punches. His defense was on point like it usually is. You know, I always loved his head movement. And I don't know, his power didn't, you know, Gamboa is chinny, bro. There's no way he should have been able to take that many big shots. Like, yeah, he dropped him 3 times, but how many shots did Gamboa eat that fight that made me question, you know, Tank's power at 135? Or maybe it was the stamina. You know, he definitely looked gassed. You know, I don't know. It was just he just brought up a lot more questions than answers last night, and he keeps doing that every fight. So it's a little, like I said, it's a little disappointing because he's ranked at a different level. He's highly touted, man. When you're that good, you don't get treated like everybody else. So you got to remember, you can't come out there and look, you know, good. You got to be great. So yeah, man, that's all I got for now, man. Appreciate the show, Ness.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, man. Obviously, without you guys, there is no show. We're going out to Pedro Justice, Alabama. Talk to us.
What's up, Ness? Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Talk to us.
Yes, sir. Well, Gervonta Tank Davis did get the win. That's the main thing. He moved up. What he said is, after the fight, he knew that Gamboa was trying to take him into deep waters. Those were his words. So what happened was he was pressing, trying to impress the crowd. He could feel the weight of the card on his shoulders. It's his chance to shine on Showtime. He's headlining. He's moved up in weight. He barely made weight. And I think that is the problem with trying to lose that extra weight. He said that he didn't get tired. He said that he didn't want to gas out. Now, if you're in a training camp and everything is going as it's supposed to go, you don't worry about that because you have that second win. But he didn't know if he had that second win. So when he went to lose those extra pound and a half, that took something out of him. And so I don't think, and he felt in his heart that he didn't give the performance he wanted to give. And that goes back to in the gym, the discipline. The coach was disappointed. He thought he could do better. And he says, Tank gives me a heart attack because he's not doing what I'm telling him to do. So Tank has to be disciplined if he wants to be the man, be the superstar that he needs to be and wants to be, you have to be disciplined. That's what his mentor does, Floyd Mayweather. People thought that Floyd lived a reckless lifestyle. He did not. The people around him did. He was disciplined. He got his sleep. He got his training. He did what he had to do in the gym, and he never missed weight. So if Tank can do that, then Tank can be the superstar that some people want him to be. That's my call.
Pedro, man, thanks for calling in. Stainless, did we go to you or not? I don't remember if we went on the boomerang or not. Going once, twice. I guess we did. All right. Well, that's GTO, Instagram and Twitter. We've gotten everybody. JT, we did get to JT as well. All right. So I am out. Catch us on the net. Oh, Stainless is there.
Back to me.
What? Stainless.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I ain't get to you the second time.
No, you ain't get to me the second time. And Jeremy JT, you know his collar cut out, so you ain't go back to him either. So if you want to go to him first, you know what I'm saying? Cause I don't think he got his car because this shit was fucking up or something.
All right, JT.
Yeah. I watched the fight. I watched the fight while the show was going on. Like I said, I still got a Tank beating on Devin Haney. You know what I mean? Everybody might see different. I still want to see that Lomachenko fight. I think he beat Lomachenko. Everybody they doubting Tank in the fight, but they're not giving Gamboa no credit. I mean, he's an old veteran, but he was Olympian, 2-time Olympian, I think. And he was one of the top fighters at the time. So they're trying to take a lot of credit from Gamboa, because Gamboa, he was, like he said, he was trying to push him in deep waters and stuff like that. He got the experience to do that. So I mean, I saw the fight. I think Tank fought a good fight. You know, that was his first time going 12 rounds. But I just feel like, when he step up in competition, he go rise to the occasion. That's my call.
All right, we're going out to, let me see here. He didn't connect. Tank on there? Nope, he didn't connect yet. All right, go ahead, Stainless.
Yeah, like I say, for me, it's not that it was I don't think he won or dominated. It's just a lackluster performance, man. And I think it has to do more with everything leading up to the fight. You know, with the holidays and everything else, I expected for Tank to be a little bit more disciplined and come in there on weight. You know what I'm saying? Instead of showing up late, still off weight, and still having to take more time to lose weight. They said he already came in looking drained. So I think all that might have played a part. Hell, even in round 7 when he knocked him down, he only had like 11 punches thrown leading up to that. So, and he's a young guy, so it's no reason and no excuses for shit like that right now. Also, man, Will King, I love his call, but Dollar Mate, that's the worst intro you ever made, man. You need to change that shit, because that Tarver shit ain't working for me, man. That's all I got, man. Thanks for staying on so long, man. And another Sunday show, man. Like I said, I'm really appreciating this. Thanks to Brandon in Cincinnati to getting to Ness before I did. As I always say, please make sure you push the thumbs up. Share this in every episode of the Boxing Voice podcast, because this is TBV for life. And if you ain't on Patreon, that's because you're stupid. And shout out to El Camino. Peace.
All right, let me see here. Looks like Tank, Commander Zulu. What it do?
What's going on, TBV? Shout out to you, Ness. Hey, about these fights last night, man. Hey, Pascal, to me, and Badu Jack, that was the better fight. We got to give some credit to Pascal, man. Pascal has reinvented himself and has one of the toughest resumes in boxing. If you look at his resume of people he's fought. Now, the Tank Davis fight, man, I'll tell you this. I'm disappointed with Tank Davis as far as the fact that Gamboa, after round 2, he was on really one leg. And he was still able to absorb big shots from Tank. It wasn't like Tank wasn't touching him with some big shots. And because he was putting everything on those shots, that's the reason why he got so tired. He's so used to getting people out with those kind of shots and he was unable to do that to a Gamboa who was actually on one leg. Now, I'm not taking nothing away from Tank. Salute to Tank. But I'm just being realistic. With a better competition at that weight class, Tank still, to me, has to prove himself at that particular weight. But once again, I'll say the fight of the night definitely goes to Pascal and Badu Jack. Badu Jack only has to blame himself for starting slow. Every time there's something controversial in a fight with Badu Jack, it's because of how he performed in the first part of the fight. But other than that, I believe.
Cut it. Tank, man, thanks for calling in. And now, that is everyone. So, arrivederci, people. Catch us on the next one, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll be back. We'll discuss the entire weekend's fights. I thought we were leaving, and now we got another one. Tony P, what up?
You plug me in?
I got you in.
Good morning, brothers.
Good morning. You always wait for like the last second. You know we was on the way out, right?
Yo, I seen it was on the YouTube, and I've just remembered. Is Mike on?
Nah, Mike ain't on. So you know he don't be waking up, bruh.
Look, Mike ducking that smoke, because I remembered I told y'all when this fight happens, we can look at the celebrity row and then talk about who the A side we're farming. I wish Mike was on because I'd love to revisit that convo.
Nah, you could definitely do that on tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern.
Oh, we lit that, man. What'd you think? Because I'm just jumping on. What'd you think?
Well, right now we was just talking Crawford telling Gervonta not to go.
Ryan, come sweep that thing up right here in this.
We was just talking Terence Crawford going out on social media telling Gervonta Davis to stay away from Vasil and Devin Haney.
Man, it's like, whatever, man. It's cloud chasing to me, man. That shit ain't gonna happen. Right now, I think it's Leo and Tank. I think we getting that next year, so.
Yeah, I mean, do you want that, though?
I think it's a solid one, considering
a
lot of people. Because, look, a lot of people going to say Tank ain't look that good, right? And I think people believe more in Leo's activity.
But ain't nobody believing in Leo's fucking power, bro. You ain't got no power, you ain't beating Tank.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's definitely true. I can't disagree with that. I mean, again, it's going to be his first pay-per-view, so I think it'll be a we'll see type of thing. But if y'all on the way out, listen, I'm going to hit y'all back at 7 then. We lit.
For sure. Tony, man, take it easy. Everybody, enjoy your day. I'm out. Do say. Thank everyone that tuned in, everyone that called in. Thank everyone that super chatted. We appreciate it. Thank everyone that hit that thumbs up. Future present's been passed. Helps with the visibility of the show. Catch us at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. It's going down where a lot of people got to eat crow.